travelers, and welcome once again to the Library of Legend. I am Jacktar Lad, and welcome to Read and Roll, the show where we bring on a unsuspecting guest to be our guest adventurer through a fighting fantasy choose-your-own-adventure game book. Last week we had Smilex on the show doing one of his favourite books as he's played the series before, The City of Thieves, which was also my favourite book of the series, and he did extremely well. We had to leave his adventure where it was. He was so close. He's so close to the very end. In fact, when we bring him back on the next time, then there may not be enough to complete the entire show. So we'll have to see how that goes, and maybe we'll actually get him to play a second book when he comes back on the stream. However, if you wouldn't mind doing all the things and the stuff, clicking the subscribe button, clicking the the notification bell. If you're over on Rumble, give me a follow. If you're not over on Rumble, maybe I should put this Rumble link in the YouTube chat. And if you wouldn't mind going over there and saying hello on Rumble, giving us all the lovely stuff that makes the cogs turn on these channels. That's not right. Yeah, there it is. That's right. Okay. Jesus Christ. Yes, there's my Rumble link. Go over there, say hello, click the follow button. Yeah, that's my Read and Roll channel over there on Rumble. Anyway, this week we've got a star of the internet. Is freshly back from MegaCon. He has two main shows on his main channel at the moment. We've got Iron0xcid3 and Rogues Gallery, who I used to be a part of. You know him, you love him. It's our friend Iron0xcid3. How are you doing, my friend?
Hey. Oh, doing pretty good. Got a little jet lag, but I'm here. I'm here for it, man. I've been looking forward to this for a long time. So
I've been looking forward to this for a very long time. Like, it's been over a year. Your wife was the third person on the show.
Really?
And yeah. Like, you've been absent for an entire, which is, understandable. You've had a lot going on. You have real life stuff, work and all that kind of stuff. So I'm glad you've been able to find a little bit of time to be able to get onto the show and finally get one of these adventures inside here, right up on in there. Right. But yeah, you you said you got jet lag. You've just come back from MegaCon.
Yeah, man. I left. It was great. I left Thursday at around 11 p.m. and got in. So no sleep all Thursday. I got up in the morning, got all my stuff done, went to the airport, got on the plane. It's about a 5-hour flight. Really narrow, uncomfortable seating. So there was no sleeping on the plane at all. I just sat there and
Spirit
waited.
Airlines.
No, but not much better. Frontier.
There you go. They are the spirit. They are now the spirit of the airline world, because haven't Spirit gone out of business?
Didn't they they're still around.
Oh, Christ. Anyway, jet lag, you say. You see, I can't comprehend that. You went from one side of your country to the other and you got jet lag. I'd be lucky to get an hour's lag from going from one side of my country to the other.
You say that like it's a bad thing. That actually sounds great to me right now. I'm all for, let's bring, you know what, the 15-minute cities. Why not? I don't want to travel ever again. I'm done, but it was worth it.
Well, I'm glad you had a fantastic time. You may not have so much of a fantastic time here, though. Not many people tend to win these games. They're very rare things to see a win on this channel. So we'll see how your luck fares this evening. We'll go through some of the rules as we go along. I'm going to explain a few things to you when we start. But first of all, we're going to say hello to the lovely people in the chat. And first of all, I always like to ask my guests, can you guess who the first person in the chat was today?
Let's see. It was either myself or what is it called? Legends or something? Legatus Legends.
Legatus, yeah. And you're absolutely right. It is. It's Legatus. Well done. Welcome in, Legatus. Some people say he not off. Some people say he's a good mod. I say he's the best mod on the interwebs. He's everywhere. There you go. There's a wild you as well. Let's go, he says. I'm very surprised, actually. I think maybe it might be because of the time difference or whatever. There doesn't seem to be as many people in the starting chat as usual, but we're going to say hello to our friend Natty McBatty. Welcome in, sweetheart. It's good to see you. A new Dungeoneer enters the realm of Jack's Dungeon of Oil Barrels, says Steve. Welcome in, Steve. Yes, a new Dungeoneer indeed. He's never been on the show before. It's been over a year since I first asked him to come on, and he wasn't able to come on back then, and I'm so glad that I've got him now. Just quick, did anyone make the obvious joke about the new Severus Snape being seriously black? That's a different subject altogether, but no, I think that's you want to start pushing that one around. I've not seen that anywhere on the internet yet, Natty. So yeah. Probably Legis again. Yeah, it was Legis. Jack, some of our states are so big you have time zone shifts within the state. What the heck is that about? Wow. Like where? Like what state is that big that it has two time zones in it?
Oh man, it's one of those mountain states, I want to say.
Oh, I see. Like partially on Central Time, partially on Mountain Lion Time, that sort of thing. Okay.
Yeah.
Professor Snape in the Hood. Yeah. I can think of several worse names to call him, none which I'll repeat on this show today.
Yo, if anyway. I fail miserably, we have to watch Perry Chan's new video that he put out, the rap Snape video.
Brilliant.
Peak genius. Just
brilliant. He's so good with those videos, though. If you haven't seen
there's
Perry
no catching
Chan,
up with him.
Yeah, he's so quick. And he can get those videos out in record time as well. Well, that is, of course, unless he's been sort of like working on it since the beginning of like when we knew about the new Snape. Anyway, we got a Paul Hadouken here. Welcome.
Hey.
GFY. You know what that means?
GFY.
Yeah.
Hey, I know what it means. Yeah, it's from the pub.
Yeah, go fuck yourself. Well done.
Go fuck yourself.
And the same to you, Paul. The same to you. It's good to have you here anyway, mate. We're going to go over to the game scene now. So let's hop over here. There we go. Lovely. We've already got your adventure sheet up there. However, before the show, I always ask my adventurer to have a look at the back of the book blurbs to 3 specific books, and they get to choose one of them. I always tell them, don't tell me until you're on the show. And the 3 books that I presented to Iron today were The Warlock of Firetop Mountain, The House of Hell, and The Talisman of Death. So, have you chosen a book? And now that you've seen the covers, does that change your mind at all?
That does change my mind. And by the way, great picks. I think you know me well. I'm a huge horror fan, so I think that influenced your choosing of the books. I was leaning towards switching my pick to Talisman of Death, but now seeing the covers, I got to go pure horror and go with that House of Hell, man. That looks
excellent.
Great.
Right then. So the House of Hell is the one that you've picked. This is one of the more difficult books to get through. I always tend to put like an easy, medium, hard one on there, and this is the hardest one out of those 3.
Oh, great.
I think. Yeah, it's a good pick. Not only
no going back now.
Yeah, not only do you start with literally nothing in your inventory, unlike the other books, you also start with a slight decrease in one of your more important stats. So yeah, that goes up once you find a weapon. We'll get into it. But yes, anyway, you've picked the House of Hell, and so let's get that up on the screen now. There it is. Okay, so this was the back of the book blurb that I sent to Iron earlier. Taking refuge in the infamous House of Hell has to be the worst mistake of your life. The dangers of the torrential storm outside are nothing compared to the blood-curdling adventures that await you inside. Who knows how many hapless wanderers like yourself have perished within its gruesome walls. Be warned, tonight is going to be a night to remember. Anyway, so the House of Hell. Let's get into this here. So I've already shown you the adventure sheet here. Oh, actually, something important that I ought to send to you is the list of things that you can buy from, basically. If the chat are gracious enough, if they are, you know, nice enough to you, they may very well send you some money. Now, they can buy specific things with this money, which is on the list, and the list is also in the description. And if you do want to make a donation to buy one of those things, you can use the Stream Elements link or the Ko-Fi link, which is in either of the pinned comments in the chat, or you can use the Rumble Rants, and if you're really, you know, feeling exotic, maybe you can send some of that crypto over. Anyway, the list of things to buy is in the description below. I've just sent it over to you, Iron, as well. So if anyone makes a donation, they can buy something specific if they want to, but if they don't give anything specific, then it goes into the adventurer's pot, basically, for you to draw on at your will throughout your adventure. Okay. However, I've also made it a little bit more fun in the sense that you've got like 3 lifelines. So you've got Ask the Audience, Phone a Friend, and Backtrack. Throughout the entirety of the game, until you use your Backtrack, I will be making a log of all the paragraphs that you go to. And if you don't like a choice you've made and you want to use that lifeline, we can go back to the previous paragraph and you can choose again. The Phone a Friend lifeline is simply you get to ask one person in the chat what they might do in that situation, and Ask the Audience, I'll put a poll in the YouTube chat. Unfortunately, can only do it in the YouTube chat because Rumble don't have that feature, but nevertheless, Ask the Audience, I'll put a poll in the YouTube chat and you'll get an overall feel of what the chat would do in that situation. When we get into the game, I'm going to be asking to roll for your skill, your stamina, and luck, as with most of the games. But with this one, you've also got a fear score. So depending on what your fear score is, throughout this game, you will get scared, like your character will get scared. If your current fear reaches your max fear, it's instant death. Okay?
Oh,
yeah. Also, your initial skill, because we'll be starting with no equipment in your inventory, your initial skill will take an instant loss of 3, which is why we've got the starting skill box over here. That starting skill will go up to your initial skill depending on what weapons you can acquire as you go through the house. Are all those rules okay for you so far?
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Okay. So getting into this here. Yeah, so it says here, the House of Hell is a little different from previous fighting fantasy adventures. You start your adventure unarmed with no provisions or potions, and you have to avoid being frightened to death. Before embarking on the adventure, we'll roll for your skill and stamina and luck. And we'll record those as we go on. I'll roll for your skill, stamina, and luck in a short while. Don't worry about the fear or the escaping, fighting more than one creature, because I'll explain all of that to you as we get into it. Right, weapons. You begin the House of Hell with no weapon. As with other fighting fantasy adventures, your skill score reflects your combat ability with a weapon. So, before you start off on your adventure, we've got to deduct 3 points from your skill. That'll be the starting skill. Do not, however, change your initial skill, because that is the skill that is used to determine the maximum skill that you will have, and is also used if you make rolls against your skill. If you find a weapon, which will be identified with capital letters, during your adventure, the text will tell you how many skill points the weapon allows you to add. These points are added to your starting skill, not your initial skill. You don't need to worry about much of that. I'm just going through it with you so that you understand what's going on. Oh yeah, also you'll have the luck score, which we'll roll for shortly. None of these initial values will ever go any higher than what you originally roll. Yeah, your current scores, they may change, but your current scores will never go higher than your initial scores, and your initial scores will never ever change. Okay.
Gotcha.
When you use your luck, we have to deduct 1 from your current luck. So the more you use your luck, the more unlucky you become.
Ooh.
Yeah. So there's that. Using luck in battles, we'll get to that when we get to the battles. You'll find things all the way through that may restore stamina and your skill or your luck as we go through the thing, but we don't need to worry about that right now. So hints on play. There is one true way through the House of Hell, and it will take you several attempts to find it. Make notes and draw a map as you explore. This map will be invaluable in the future adventures and enable you to progress rapidly through unexplored sections. Remember to make a note of any advice, which I can do on the adventure sheet, that you receive, and write down any messages or special reference numbers you're given. Some rooms are death traps and others are chambers of horror. Be warned. It will be realized... Oh, hang on. Don't need to speak that bit. Yeah, the one true way involves a minimum of risk, and any player, no matter how weak on initial dice rolls, should be able to get through fairly easily. So may the power of good go with you. And with that, I'm just going to say hello to some people who are just turning up in the chat here. So we said hello to Paul Hadouken. Welcome. And we've got Atom Gray here as well. Welcome in. He's on the YouTube side and the Rumble side. Thank you for being here, mate. It's good to see you. A shitty way to go indeed. And then Rick will throw a goblin at you, says Atom. Yeah, so if Rick Cleary comes in the chat, if he's feeling generous, he may just very well spawn a random enemy. If you look at the monetization options that I showed to you, for £10 or 10 rubies, you can spawn in, or the chat can spawn in a random enemy, and we have to roll for those stats. Oh yeah, you wait for it. But I mean, also there are some good things on there. For 15, you could buy yourself an Insta-kill spell, which would allow you to just destroy that enemy straight away. But you may want to save that for the big bad boss if you ever reach them. But have a look through those things there. They do give you a good idea of what's available, and I'll give you kind of hints on whether or not you should maybe think about buying something off that list as we go on.
All right.
So I kind of help you, but I try not to influence the adventurer's game too much. And we've got the Devastator here. Welcome in, Devastator. It's good to see you. Thank you. Probably from the nasal region. What was that about? Is that me? Am I speaking nasally? My nose is a bit blocked today. No, but anyway, welcome in, Devastator. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Right, so let's get to the background of this story. Right, here we go. The rain spatters the windscreen relentlessly. You can see no more than a watery gloom as you strain forwards over the steering wheel to see the road ahead. Although the wipers flap valiantly, they are fighting a losing battle as the rain drives harder and harder. Your foot eases off the accelerator, the headlights struggle to light up the road. Damn, you curse the white-haired old man who sent you off along this bumpy track. Probably he meant the second turning on the left, or even the right turning. The old fool. Perhaps this was his idea of a joke. After all, didn't you notice a mischievous glint in his eye? Something vaguely sinister? But what sort of nonsense is this? So you've taken a wrong turn and you've got caught in a downpour in the night. The rain will ease off soon. It can't possibly keep up this deluge for long, and then you'll be able to... Watch out! You spin the wheel frantically to the left to avoid the figure who from nowhere shows up in the headlights. The car bumps and jolts as it bounces over the rocky roadside and thumps into a ditch. You collect your thoughts. You're unhurt but shaken. Then you remember what's happened. The body. You must have hit the figure which appeared. There was no way you could have avoided him. You spring out of the car, praying that he's still alive. Your clothes soak up the rain as you hobble back into the road. In the darkness, it's difficult to see anything, but there's no sign of a body. You consider the situation. Are you certain that it was someone and not a trick of the light? Yes, you can remember the arms held up in fright as the car collided and the look of anguish on his face. His face. There was something familiar about that face. A man you recognized, an old man with white hair. Your heart leaps. No, impossible. With a shiver of fear, you race back to your car, jump inside, force the key into the ignition and twist it violently. Grab his key and twist it. The starter coughs, splutters and dies. You hit the key again, but this time a single shudder is all the engine can manage. You grasp the wheel with your hands and shake it desperately as if to force some life into the car, but the battery is dead. Your car is certainly not budging from the ditch tonight. Your situation is hopeless, but now the plight of your car is paramount. Where can you get help? You passed a garage at Mingleford, but that was some 20 miles away. As if in answer, a light appears in the distance. Someone has switched on a bedroom light. What a stroke of luck! It's at least 15 miles back that you passed the last house, and you happen to have broken down just a short distance from someone's home. You button up your coat, you open the door, and from outside the car you can see the building more clearly. Just ahead, on the left, a drive winds up to a large house. It's a good 5 minutes walk away, and by the time you reach it, you'll be drenched. But how else can you call the garage? You can't afford to miss tomorrow's appointment? No, you must. Go you must, is what I meant to say. Anyway, you'll probably be able to dry off inside after phoning the garage. You slam the door, turn up your collar, and set off for the house. A flash of lightning lights it up clearly for you, but in your preoccupation with the rain, the warning from above is wasted on you. The house is old, very old, and in a shocking state of repair. The light in the window is flickering, most likely an oil lamp, certainly not electric, and you don't notice a fact that might have turned you back anyway. There's no telephone line going into the house. As you climb the steps to the front door, little do you realize what fate has in store for you. Tonight is going to be a night to remember. Now turn over. Right, so before we do turn over, we're going to be rolling for some of your stats, and I'm just going to see if there's anybody else coming in the chat before we do that. No. But nevertheless, Natty McBatty saying, let's go, you've got this. And by the way, this was the, I believe this was the first thing that the first book that we ever played on Read and Roll, and it was Abe who played it, and
man,
he got royally shafted several times. Yeah, it's Doc Brown. Yes, indeed, the guy with white hair. You ran over Doc Brown at 88 miles an hour, and you sent him into the future.
Knocked his ass back to the Wild West.
Exactly. That's right, Natty, you got it. It's the House of Frankenfurter. It's just like the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Anyway, so we're going to ask you to roll for some of your stats now. So first, we go through them one at a time, obviously. First, we'll ask you to roll for your skill score, which requires 1d6, and then we'll add 6 to that score. So if you could just roll just 1d6, please. And that'll be your skill score. Okay, so 3 plus a 6, that's an initial skill of 9. But as we said, we'll instantly take 3 of those off you. So your starting skill is 6. Now, your stamina requires 2d6, and we'll add 12 to that. So if you could roll 2d6 for me now, please. 4 plus the 12, that's 16, which isn't great. It's not incredible. And now for your luck, which requires another d6, a single d6, and we'll add 6 to that.
Ooh.
2 plus the 6 is 8. Okay, you're almost near that midpoint, because obviously there's 12 to be rolled on 2d6, which is what we roll whenever we test your luck. And so 12 would be the max, 2 would be the minimum. And so you're kind of at that halfway point.
Good medium.
Between the two. Yeah.
I'll take it.
However, now we've got to roll for your maximum fear. And your current fear will start at 0, of course. But as we go through the game, you may get more and more scared. And so we'll be adding points to that current fear score. So what is your max fear going to be? We'll ask you to roll 1d6 and we'll add 6 to it.
All right. Let's see what we get here.
That's not bad at all, mate.
I'll take that.
I would take that. That's a good max fear. You are resilient, and you know you'll get through this. You won't shit yourself to death, which is, I think, what happened to Abe at one point during his mission. He shat himself to death, literally. Okay. So, are you ready to take on this house and what lies within?
Oh, man, I think so.
See, Natty's seeing you tremble with anticipation. And there's your lovely wife. I think our third, fourth, maybe adventurer on Read and Roll. Welcome in. She actually did a horror movie, a horror book herself. She played The Vault of the Vampire, which was
that's right.
She did quite well on that. Abe's gonna get you is here. There he is. Good to see you, buddy. Welcome on in. You did get shafted good and proper though, didn't you, Abe? It was at first he was only turtling a little bit, and then he ended up with full-on crayon pants. Anyway, let's get into it.
Only prairie dog for so long.
Is that what you call it, prairie dogging?
Oh yeah, dude.
I had no idea that was a thing. That's brilliant. Right then,
I bring
first
culture.
paragraph. What was that?
I said I bring culture, Jack.
You sure do, buddy. Everybody does. Everyone who comes on this show brings their own tiny little bit of their own stuff, let's say. Right, here we go. Anyway, paragraph 1. You climb the creaking steps up to the front door and pause to catch your breath. Even though you ran all the way up the drive from the car, you're soaked through. Your feet are particularly wet. Judging by the number of puddles you stepped in the dark, the drive needs a small fortune spending on repairs. But under the porch, you're out of the storm and you brush the rain from your clothes before turning towards the door. The rain is still pelting down, but an eerie silence hangs in the air. No lights are on downstairs, and you step back off the porch to check the upstairs window which attracted your attention earlier. Nothing. No lights. The whole place seems to be deserted, but then you remember the time. It's 5 minutes to midnight. Everyone in the house has probably gone to bed. An owl hoots in the distance and a shiver runs down your spine. The situation is a little scary. Here you are in the middle of nowhere at some strange, run-down old house about to wake up whoever lives inside at midnight. They certainly won't be too pleased, but you have no choice if you're going to make that appointment tomorrow. You must reach a telephone and to call for help. So you step up to the front door, and from the left-hand side of the house, a dull glow catches your attention. A light has been turned on. You breathe a sigh of relief. At least someone's awake. You consider your options. There's an elaborate knocker in the middle of the door and a bell pull hanging down to the right. So for your first choice in today's show, Iron0xcid, will you wrap the door with the knocker, pull the cord, or creep around the house to investigate the light?
We're going to do some creeping. I'm going to creep around to investigate the light.
Okay. Do you know that's the first time anyone has chosen that on Read and Roll?
Really?
No one ever
that seems like the
takes that
obvious
option.
one to me.
Yeah, everyone always knocks or rings the bell. No one has ever gone round the side. Okay, so here we go. You walk from the porch round the side of the house. A light is indeed on. It's shining through the window at the back of the building. Do you wish to go round to see if you can see anything at this window? Or will you walk up to one of the other windows along the side of the wall to see whether you can enter the house without anyone knowing?
We're going to walk around to the side, see if we can sneak in without anybody knowing.
137. You walk up to a large window which looks as though it may not be quite closed. That's supposed to say closed, not dozed. You see, that proves that no one's gone this way before, because I've not had to spell check this for a second time. There we go. You walk up to a large window which looks as though it may not be quite closed, but there are heavy bars across it. Even if you were able to open the window, you would never manage to squeeze through the bars. The house is certainly well protected from intruders. Do you want to continue round the house to see where the light is coming from, or return to the front door and either pull the rope or use the knocker?
Let's continue to see where the light's coming from.
345. Here we go. The lit window is next to a back door which leads into a kitchen. Voices are coming from the kitchen, but you cannot see anyone. Whoever is in there must be standing by the back wall, out of sight. You strain to hear what's being said. There appear to be two people in the kitchen and they're talking excitedly. Master is getting ready. I'm starting to get excited. I've never been to one before. Do you really think we may be visited? Another man's voice, rather controlled, replies, "You know, I'm having doubts about this whole affair. She's so young, and she came here in all innocence. I just don't know." The two men walk around the kitchen and you can see them more clearly. They are both dressed in white gowns. One is a good deal younger than the other. Do you wish to knock on the door to see whether they will let you in, or will you wait and listen for a little longer?
Oh, let's wait and listen a little longer.
Ah, going for the old sneaky.
Absolutely.
The younger man turns to the older one and angrily says, "The master's teachings are not for the faint-hearted. You know of his power and his promises to us all. Perhaps you are no longer strong enough to stay with us." The older man turns away towards the window. He's hiding the look on his face, which is one of nervousness and fear. He realizes that he has said the wrong thing. No, he stammers. I'll be all right. Just momentary weakness. Come, let us get on with the preparations. Together, the two men leave the kitchen, blowing out the candles on the way. You wonder what they were talking about. Now you must choose your next move. Will you try the kitchen door to see whether you can sneak inside, or go back round to the front and knock on the door?
Oh, we're going to try the kitchen door. These people are suspicious.
They are totally sus, right? The door is firmly locked. You will not enter the house this way. If you wish, you can knock at the door to try and attract attention of the two men who were talking. If you decide to do this, you must test your luck. If you're lucky, they'll hear you and come and investigate. If you're unlucky, they're out of earshot and you will not get through this way. If you decide against knocking the door, you've been unlucky, you'll have to go back to the front door and either knock or pull the bell. So, do you want to test your luck and see if you can get their attention, or do you want to go back to the front door?
Oh yeah, let's test our luck.
Right then, very well. So you've got 8 luck, and you've got to get 8 or below on 2d6 to be lucky.
Okay. 2d6, let's roll them.
You did it. That's 6. And so now that you've used one of your luck, we'll reduce it by 1. And now it's come down to 7. So you were lucky. And so we'll go to 190. Let me just log that you're at 306. 306, there we go. Right, 190. You knock loudly and watch the window. A few seconds later, the two men reappear and light the candles. The older man walks towards the door. What's this? You hear the old man ask. Someone knocking at the door at this time of night? Could it be one of the brethren? I thought everyone was here. Then the two men start whispering to each other in voices too low for you to hear. You wait patiently outside in the rain until eventually the door opens and a voice asks, "Who is it?" Will you tell them about your predicament and ask to use the phone, or will you claim to be one of the brethren that you heard them talking about?
Let's go, brethren.
Oh my god. Excellent. Right, here we go. The door opens wide and you are invited in. We thought everyone was already here, says the older man. That's cutting it a bit fine. The others are... He pauses when he sees your face, and the two men look at each other. What delayed you? You're feeling a little uneasy about the situation and mumble some excuse about your car breaking down. Your car? Says the man slowly. What a shame. I hope it's not too bad. From their reactions, you get the distinct impression that you have said the wrong thing. Then it dawns on you that there are no other cars around the house, although, according to these two, everyone has already arrived. You try desperately to think of what to say next, but you do not notice that the younger man has crept round behind you. You feel a heavy blow on the back of your head, which knocks you unconscious, and you lose 4 stamina points, and will turn to 173. So, you've lost 4 stamina points already. That's
not
left
great.
You with, 12, I'm afraid. And of course, we'll have to go to 173. You open your eyes. Your head is spinning, and it's some time before you are fully aware of the fact that your hands and feet are bound. The room you are in is empty, but you work out a plan. You'll hop over to the window, break the glass, and use it to cut yourself free. Pulling yourself to your feet is awkward, but you manage it, and with a mixture of hops and shuffles, you arrive at the window. Outside, the wind is blowing and blowing the rain against the window. Will you go ahead and smash the window with your hands? Something of a risky business, or will you instead test your luck again? If you want to test your luck, turn to 136. If you do not wish to test your luck, here, turn to 360. So, what's it going to be? Test your luck or not?
I'm going to test my luck.
Okay. Test your luck, 136. Okay, so what I want you to do is roll 2d6, and you've got to get 7 or below to be lucky. You were indeed lucky. Well done. We've got to reduce your luck again to 6 now. But well done, you did it. And so, were you lucky or unlucky? If you were lucky, you managed to escape the splintering glass without harm. If you were unlucky, you lose 2 stamina points. So well done, you managed to pass that, and we'll turn to 317. You cut yourself free and massage your wrists to get the circulation moving again. Then you walk over to the door and try it. It's not locked. You try the handle, open it a little, and look outside. Your room is on a first floor landing. Facing the door is a balustrade, and looking over the banisters, you can see the entrance hall below. To your left, there are 2 doors in the corner of the landing, which runs along to the right. If you wish to go that way, turn to 287. However, looking to your right, the landing runs past another door and then turns to the left. To go that way, turn to 33.
Let's try the left.
So you're turning to the left, where the 2 doors in the corner of the landing, which runs along to the right. So 287, is that correct?
Oh, I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. I misread. So to the right, I want to go. I see 2 doors as danger. I'm going to try the hallway leading to the 1 door. So 33.
Okie dokie. A short distance further along the balcony, you arrive at a door with Azazel written on the nameplate. Do you want to try that door, or would you prefer to continue turning to the left and following the landing?
Azazel. That can't be good.
Who knows? Some of the rooms, as it said at the beginning, some of the rooms are traps, and some of them have horrors in them, although some of them may have things that I need. You need, yeah. Abe says he thinks he crept around on his first time. I don't think he did, mate. I gotta be honest with you. And then started jerking it outside the window. Anyway, back to your decision. So, are you going to go into the Azazel door, or are you going to continue on the?
To hell with it. Let's try our luck with the Azazel room. It could have gifts of splendor.
Okie dokie. Here we go. 358.
Let's see what happens.
The door opens and you peer into the room. You quickly check that there is no one inside and are relieved to find that it's empty, but full of clutter. It seems to be a crude scientific laboratory of some sort. A brass telescope points to through the window towards the sky. Charts and mathematical tables are pinned to the walls. A human skeleton hangs from a hook, and a bench is covered with glass vials and apparatus. They look like priceless antiques, and they were probably all made in the last century. You wish to investigate this room further, or would you prefer to leave?
Let's keep investigating.
Jolly good. That could be a good idea. You step into the room and close the door behind you. A squeaking noise from one corner makes you jump, but then when you walk over, you're relieved to find that the squeaking noise comes from 3 rats in a cage. You keep your ears peeled for sounds of visitors as you investigate the contents of the room. You wish to look through the drawers, examine the liquids in the glass vials, or look through the cupboards.
Let's do the drawers.
Natural born creeper, says Atom Gray. I think that was about Abe, though, not you. So you're going to look through the drawers, yeah?
Yeah, let's try the drawers first.
In a drawer underneath the bench, you find a few ornate letter openers. Perhaps they are someone's collection. You are particularly interested because they are strong and dagger-like. In fact, they could easily make dangerous weapons. You may take one of them if you wish and use it as a weapon And sorry, as a weapon, it will allow your skill score to increase to its initial value if you use it in a fight. So, do you want to take that with you?
Absolutely.
Okie dokie. Put that into your... my apologies. I've put that into your inventory. I'm just double checking something here because I want to make sure that it's on your adventure sheet, that it pulls from the right place. So I'm just actually looking at the formula in this cell here. Yeah, so okay. It's gone up to 9 for now. That takes it back up to its initial skill.
Excellent.
Okay. Now turn to 385. Suddenly, your ears prick up at the sound of footsteps coming closer. You nip into the shadows and wait. The footsteps stop outside the door and you can hear 2 voices talking. Hadn't we better ask the master's permission? One asks. Maybe you're right. And we'd better get a light for the lamps. You breathe a sigh of relief as the footsteps disappear off in the direction you approach the room. You decide it's best to leave before they return, and you open the door onto the landing. The safest way to go, it strikes you, is away from the 2 visitors, who may return at any moment. If you approach this room from the left, turn to 229. If you came from the right, turn to 26. So, you turned right when you came out of that first room. You turned right, you went past a door towards the landing that went round to the left. So I'm assuming you came from the left then. So if you're going out of the door, it'd be coming from the left that you came from originally, wouldn't it?
That's what I think. Yeah, that sounds about right.
You follow the landing around until you reach another door on the right hand side. A nameplate identifies this as the Erasmus room. If you wish to enter this room, turn to 140. Ahead of you at the end of the passageway is another door. If you wish to go there, turn to 332.
Erasmus room.
Erasmus, yeah.
That could be bad. That could be bad. We've
got the Butcher of Blaviken here as well. Welcome in. Good to see ya. Thanks for joining us. We've got Mick T3390. First time watching from the Shire of Yorkshire. The intensity has my sphincter flapping like a dolphin's blowhole. Lol, I popped a hip kufung pandering myself away from the rats. Welcome in, Mick. It's good to see you, and it's nice to see new faces in the chat. So welcome in, my friend. Thank you very much for being here. Did you find Meatloaf yet? No, he's under the table cover in the coffin with the glass cover on it. Anyway, the Erasmus room. Will you enter the Erasmus room, or will you go to the door at the end of the passageway?
I could end up seriously regretting this, but I'm gonna try the room, the Erasmus room.
Well, don't forget you do have a backtrack, so if you don't like that decision, you can always come back. And of course, if anyone is generous enough to donate some money, in the description below there's a whole bunch of things that can be bought for the adventurer. But if you don't specify anything in your message that you want to buy them, then that money will go into their adventurer's pot, and they can personally draw from that pot to buy themselves something off the list. But we'll go into the Erasmus room. Oh, and the point about that was you're able to buy back one of your lifelines for 5 of those rubies that are donated, basically. So you could use the backtrack, and if someone donates more than a $5, you could buy that backtrack back. Does that make sense?
Okay, excellent. Yes, perfect sense.
Okay then, so you grasp the handle and turn it. The door is locked, and it looks too sturdy for you to break down. Will you turn towards the door at the end of the corridor, or go back the way you came. So the Erasmus room is impassable at the moment.
Gotcha.
So will you go to the door at the end of the corridor, or will you go back the way you came, carrying on past the room from which you originally appeared, and we'll turn to 287.
Let's go toward the corridor. 332.
At the end of the corridor ahead is a stout wooden door. While you're considering whether or not to try this room, a noise behind you startles you. You spin round only to find that the wind is rustling wall hangings and there is nothing to be afraid of. You turn back and you're amazed to find a faint white figure has appeared in front of you. This apparition is a young woman in her early 20s with long flowing hair. She's dressed in a white bridal dress which has seen better days. It's ripped and torn. "Oh God, thank God I found you in time," she says. Just like George McFly when he's trying to talk to his future wife. "Oh God, thank you. God, I found you in time," she says. "I must talk to you immediately. Come, let us go into this room." Now, you can't refuse an offer like that, surely. Some ghostly woman, like in her early 20s, in a long, better seen, bridal dress, asking you to come into a room. What are you going to do?
What choice do you got? What choice do you got?
Will you follow her into the room, or do you suspect a trap and would rather turn back? Whichever you choose, you must add 1 fear point for your encounter. So we'll just get your adventure sheet back up now.
Gotcha.
You now have 1. You got 10 to go. You got 10 pant shits to go. But in the meantime,
I gotta find out what happens if I follow her. I'll use my backtrack if this ends disastrously.
Okie dokie. Right then, let's go into the room then. To enter the room, she passes right through the door. You, of course, must use more traditional methods. You turn the handle and you walk into the Apollyon room. It's an elegant bedroom. Fine floor-length curtains hang along one wall. An enormous bed with a lace covering is against another wall, and opposite stands a beautiful dressing table with a huge mirror. The woman hovers in the center of the room and bids you to sit down on the end of the bed. "Your coming here has been no accident," she starts, "and I must warn you of the terrible dangers you will face here. This house is ruled by the Master, a powerful black priest of the night named Kelnor, Earl of Druma. I would guess that you are to be offered to the demon of hellfire, if you survive that long. Yesterday they trapped a girl, a pretty young district nurse who happened to call. She's to be offered tonight. I cannot let this devilry continue. There must be some way it can be stopped. If you can find the crysknife, you might defeat Kelnor. For this weapon is his only weakness. Please help me. You'll probably find it in... No! Quick! We're discovered! I can hear the hounds! Go! Leave this room!" You stand up. She was right. You can hear the barking getting rapidly closer. She motions to you, pointing at the door. You run to the door and peer outside. There's nothing, but the barking gets louder, and you turn back towards the ghost, who seems to be struggling with something. She's involved in a fight with 2 huge, ghostly Great Danes, which are snapping and clawing at her. You take a step forwards, but it's hopeless. You cannot help, as you cannot even touch the beasts, and your help would have been very welcome because the dogs are much too powerful for her. She's weakening, and as she goes, her image fades. Moments later, she disappears completely. Satisfied that their job has been done, the 2 Great Danes disappear also. You're alone. Now what will you do? Do you want to help her as she asked, or would you rather just escape from the house?
Oh, let's go find that knife. So, okay, yeah, I'll help her as she asks.
I assume you're going to help her, yeah.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. 275 then. Okay. You consider your best plan as you walk down the passageway. You turn right along the landing and 2 doors are on your left. The first has Azazel written on the nameplate. Now the second says Mephisto. You didn't encounter this door on the way down there, did you? Or on the way up. So do you want to try either of these rooms? I think you've already tried the Azazel room. You could try it again, I guess. However, you could try the Mephisto room. Otherwise, you can just pass both of them and walk along the landing to where it turns right.
Let's try Mephisto.
The Mephisto room. Okay, awesome. First of all, though, I'm just going to say Tomby has raided the stream. Welcome in, Chat Muppets, Rumble Raiders, Tomby Raiders. Thank you for joining the stream. It's good to see you. Thanks for having you here. There is no right choice, says Natty. Yeah, in some cases, there is no right choice. And in fact, I think there's a certain point that you get past in this game where if you haven't made the right choices already, there's no turning back. So it doesn't matter which way you go, great. Left, right, up, down. You'll basically play for like 20 different paragraphs only to end up dead, no matter which way you go. But you still got to play it through, of course. The room. Oh, hi, Mark. And we got Crimson Shadow here. Welcome in, Crimson. Crimson is one of our top donators, by the way. He usually helps the adventurer by donating. Whether or not he will tonight, I don't know. It's not expected. It's not obligated. But what I do know is he's one of our biggest contributors. And I've heard it from someone I trust very well with information. He may be appearing on a show in May. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
He may be appearing on one of these in May. So look out for that. Anyway, but yeah, welcome in, Crimson Shadow. It's good to have you here. And who else we got? We got the Tomby Raiders, of course. Welcome in, guys. It's good to see you. There's Natty McBatty with the raid icons. Ah, you see, he's already done
Crimson Shadow.
There he is with $20 dibdobs for your own use. So you now have the ability to, well, if you look at the monetization list, you can spend up to 20 so far. Okay, so that's your limit right now. Thank you so much to Crimson Shadow for sending in that donation. Truly appreciate all of your help, and I'm sure Iron0xcid is going to enjoy using that. And you never know, you could buy yourself an Insta-kill spell, you could buy yourself a re-roll, or you could get another lifeline back once you've used it. There are so many options. You haven't even got any provisions at the moment, right? So provisions, they're like your food, right? And each time you eat a provision, it gives you 4 stamina back. So you could buy a provision right now and get your 4 stamina back, because you're currently at 12 rather than your initial of 16.
I definitely want to do that, and then I think I'll save the rest to see if I need an insta-kill.
Okie dokie then. Well, like you can see here, 20 in the pot right there now. £1 gives 1 provision or 2 gold. So I assume you want to spend like 1 ruby on a provision and eat that now. Is that correct?
Yes, let's go for it. Absolutely.
Okie dokie. Lovely. So we'll bring your current stamina back up to 16. There you go. That was a nice, easy, quick transaction. And once again, Crimson Shadow, thank you so much for the donation. Truly appreciated. We got Fairy Mysterious in the chat as well. Rumble Charge. Yes. I wish I knew what that emoji looked like, but I can't see in EV Mux. Thanks a lot, EV Mux. He is a champion, Natty. And we got, yes, the Hoose of Hell, Crimson. It's the hoot of hell. And we got Goku Black here as well. Hello, my friend. How are you? I am very good. Came from the raid. Nice. Thanks. Well, thanks for joining us here. It's good to see you. Greetings. How goes it? Yeah. It's going all right at the moment. He's not doing too badly. He's not died. He's made some fairly good choices. Natty's saying he's in the Rocky Horror Picture Show, which is somewhat right. We haven't met any Transylvanians yet. It's the Jackie Horror Picture Show. Yeah. Right then. So I don't know whether you've had an opportunity to consider what you're going to do, but would you like to try the Azazel room, the Mephisto room, or do you want to pass all of those rooms?
Oh, I'm going to try the Mephisto room. Let's see what we got in here.
The handle turns and the door opens a little, but it's caught on something and will not open further. Do you wish to try and force the door, or will you leave it and continue along the landing?
Let's force the door.
Yeah, let's smash in whoever's head is lying behind the door. People have had to do it to me. You know, when you get like pass out drunk and like they can't get in the door because you passed out right behind the fucking door, and they're like smashing your head with the door, like giving you a concussion. Are you all right? Yeah, I'm fine.
I mean, sometimes you got it.
Let me get up. Anyway, you heave the door with your shoulder. The wood creaks and it opens a little further, enough to let you into the room. It's small and bare. A cold, damp wind swirls through it, billowing the curtains. The window pane is smashed and the floor beneath the window is sodden from the rain. You look around, but there's nothing unusual in the room, apart from a frayed length of knotted rope. You may take this with you if you wish and leave. As you pull the door to, you find a piece of glass wedged underneath it, which was making it stick. You turn left out of the room and continue along the landing. So would you like to take that frayed bit of knotted rope?
I think it'll come in handy. I don't see why not.
Do you understand the joke, though? It's a frayed knot.
Oh!
It's a frayed knot.
Now I got a frayed knot. That's corny, but I'll take it.
Yeah. We heard in Smilex's adventure last week doing the City of Thieves, he met up with some creatures called bays, and they were playing this game with a ball and a bat, and they call it Bays Ball.
Oh my god.
See,
baseball
getting the theme now.
Man, I'm here fighting for my life, and they're throwing dad jokes at us.
Exactly.
All right.
You walk up to the two doors in the corner of the balcony. The one on your left is named Balthus, and the one in front of you has no name. If you wish to enter the Balthus room, turn to 299. If you'd rather go to the other door, turn to 86. If you choose to ignore both of these doors and continue round the landing, go to 193.
I've been having good luck with these named doors so far. So let's go through Balthus.
Okie dokie. The room you've entered is bare. Pinstriped wallpaper covers the walls. The hearth is set in the center of one wall, and the mantelpiece on the mantelpiece there is a small wooden box. Curtains are pulled together along another wall, but they hang awkwardly, bulging in unnatural places. So do you wish to investigate the bulging curtains, open the box on the mantelpiece, or leave the room?
What's in the box?
Trust you to come out with that one. Here we go then. Open the box on the mantelpiece. It's Gwyneth Paltrow's head. No. You walk up to the mantelpiece and pick up the box. The catch is holding it shut. But before you open the box, a rustling from the window attracts your attention. Something is happening. You place the box back on the mantelpiece and walk over to the curtains. Turn to 236. From behind the curtain, a heavy blow hits you in the chest and knocks you backwards onto the floor. You lose 2 stamina points and add 2 fear points. You pick yourself up quickly and the curtain slides to one side. A human figure steps out. His skin is dirty green color and its eyes are wide and stare at you, yet through you. Its jaw gapes open to reveal a mouth half full of rotten teeth. It wears ragged clothes and it's advancing towards you. Resolve your fight with this zombie. So at this point, don't forget you've got to backtrack. We could go back to the previous chapter if you don't want to deal with this right now, but it may turn out that no matter what, you have to deal with this zombie anyway. Yeah,
that's what I'm thinking.
All up to you.
I've gotten lucky. I haven't come into this is a first encounter. Let's try to kill the zombie.
It's Steve Buscemi's cremation ashes in a Folgers can. I fucking love that film. Anyway. So you're going to face up against the zombie?
Yeah, I'm going to try my luck. Let's see what I can do.
Shut the fuck up, Donnie. Okay, then the zombie has a skill of 7 and a stamina of 6. You've got the letter opener as well, which gives you your skill of 9 anyway. So let's get over to the adventure sheet, and it's your first battle of the episode. So here we go then. What we do in battles is I will ask you to roll 2d6 first for your enemy, and then secondly you'll roll 2d6 for yourself. We add your skill and we add their skill to their roll and your skill to your roll respectively, and whoever is the highest wins the attack round. Whoever wins the attack round scores 2 points on the enemy, basically. So whoever loses also has to have 2 stamina points taken away.
Gotcha.
Another thing that I forgot to do, actually, is you're currently down to 14 because the zombie has taken away 2 stamina points. Or was it 1? Hang on. No, it was 2, wasn't it? And they added 2 fear points as well. Scared the living shit out of you. So anyway, it's 2d6 for your enemy and then 2d6 for yourself, and depending on who wins the attack round, the opposite loses 2 stamina points. Now, I've already mentioned that you can use your luck during battles. If you win the attack round and you want to do more damage to the enemy, you can test your luck, and if you're lucky, we'll take 2 more points away from their stamina. However, if you're unlucky, we'll give them 1 back. And the same goes if you if the enemy wins the attack round, we take 2 stamina points away from you. But you can test your luck to mitigate some of that damage. So if you're lucky, we'll give you 1 of your stamina points back. However, if you're unlucky, we'll take another 1 away. But testing your luck is not mandatory. So through every attack round, I will ask you, would you like to test your luck or carry on? If you just want to carry on without testing your luck, we'll just go for the next attack round. Are you ready for this?
Yes, I am.
Right then, for the first attack round, please would you roll 2d6 for your enemy. A 2 and a 4 gives them 13. And if you can roll 2 for yourself, please. Yeah. A 5 and a 5. That's not a bad score at all. 19 to 13. You win the attack round. And we'll take their stamina down to 4. Would you like to test your luck to see if you can do any more damage, or do you just want to carry on?
Let's carry on this first round.
Okie dokie. 2d6 for your enemy then, please.
Ooh.
A 5 and a 6. That's a pretty high score. gives them 18. And then if you can roll 2 for yourself, please. A 6 and a 2 gives you 17. Oh, you lost that attack round, unfortunately, which means that we have to bring your stamina down to 12 now. You can try and mitigate some of that damage by testing for your luck, but if you're unlucky, we'll take another one away from you, bringing you down to 11. So would you like to test your luck or carry on?
Let's test my luck.
Right, then you got to get 6 or below on 2d6.
Nope.
Not this time, I'm afraid. So you've now got 11 stamina and it's on to the next attack round. Could you please roll 2d6 for your enemy? A 5 and a 1 gives them 13. And then if you can roll 2d6 for yourself, please. Nice. A 5 and a 2 gives you 16 to their 13. Well done. You've won the attack round again. And their stamina is now at 2. And also, because you tested your luck, we've got to actually bring that down to 5 now. So you see, the more you use your luck, the more it runs out. So do you want to test your luck or carry on?
I better keep my luck. Let's carry on.
2d6 for your enemy then, please. A 2 and a 4 gives them 13 again. And then 2 for yourself. 5 and a 3. I think you've done it. Yeah, you've done it. 17 to their 13. You've won the attack round. Congratulations. You've won the battle against the zombie. Congratulations. You won your first battle, mate. How'd you feel?
Hell yeah, I feel exhilarated. That was fantastic.
Good job, mate. Good job. It's a zombie. Exactly. It's a zombie with a Z. Fuck's sake. What's this you're saying here, Crimson? If it's 12 luck, you don't need to roll. Yeah, so essentially, that's actually a very good point. You do have an opportunity right now to try and buy a luck potion because you've got 19 in your adventurer's pot. Yeah. And so you could for let's see. So for 2 of those rubies, you could try for a random potion, right? And so that means if you roll a 6, like on 1d6, if you roll a 6, you get a potion of luck. If you roll a 1 to 2, you'll get a potion of skill. And if you roll a 3 to 5, you'll get a potion of stamina. However, you could roll to try specifically for a potion of choice, which is for 3 rubies. However, you still have to roll a 6 to get the luck potion. And the reason why I say that is because if you were to get the luck potion and you were to drink the luck potion, your initial luck actually goes up by 1. So it's the only stat that actually increases.
Okay. But that's only if I do buy for a potion of choice.
So yeah, if you were to spend 3 out of those rubies and you rolled a 6 on 1d6, there's no saying that you're gonna do that. It is a risk, but if you were to get it, that could pay off more. These are just ideas I'm putting in your head, though. You don't have to do anything what I'm suggesting to you. I'm just letting you know.
No, this is actually a good idea. I think I want to try both. I'm going to first do a random, and then I'll roll for a luck one if that doesn't work out.
Okay, then. So that's 5 that you're taking out of your adventurer's pot. So you've got 11 left.
Okay.
That's right, isn't it? Hang on. No, you had 19. You're taking 5 out. You've got 14 left. Quick maths. And so you're going to roll for a potion, a random potion. So we'll do that one first. So if you can roll 1d6, please, and we'll see what you get. Oh, you were so close to getting that luck potion, but no, you've got a stamina potion. So I'm going to put that on your adventure sheet now.
I'll take it.
Okay, so you can use that at any time, even during a battle, right? I'll allow you to use that when you're on your last legs if you really need to. And okay. So you now either get to... Well, you can roll for the luck potion anyway. You've got to try and roll a 6, so give us 1d6. Because I imagined... Oh, you did it again. Unfortunately, you didn't get the luck potion, but now you get to choose whether or not you want to have the potion of stamina or the potion of skill.
My skill's still doing pretty good, so I'll take another stamina.
Okay, awesome. Oh, shite.
Because it wouldn't go over 9 anyway, if I'm understanding everything correctly. So I'll just take 2 of those.
Yes, you are correct. So you got 2 potions of stamina now.
Okay.
And you've got 14 left in your adventurer's pot.
14. Let's see if there's anything else I need before I continue.
Whilst you're doing that, I'm just going to highlight some chats.
Excellent. And I need to go shut the door. The dogs are barking. Give me 2 seconds.
We can't hear them, but you obviously can. Yes, testing his luck. I feel this is how my children test my patience. I only have one child, but she does test my patience. She doesn't roll a d6 though. She just tests my patience. Anyway, roll the dice. Hope they win. The potion rolling is rigged. Everything I do is rigged, apparently, Natty. Everything. Every single thing is rigged. So he's doing pretty well at the moment. He's up to his initial skill of 9. He's not doing great on the luck. He's not very high up on the fear stats at the moment, and he does have a very high max fear. And while the stamina isn't like brilliant, I think he's going to do pretty well to maintain it, and especially now that he's got those 2 potions of stamina, because he can use those at any point during the adventure now, even during a battle. So that should make it much easier for him. Don't forget next week on next week's Read and Roll, we've actually got the Common Nerd coming in as a first-time adventurer as well. He wasn't able to make it in. He was due to come on a few weeks ago, but he wasn't able to make it on. So we closed the Library of Legend up so that we could rebook it for another week, and next week just so happens to be that week. So make sure you're here for next week's show to see Jesse the Common Nerd testing his luck out as well. You're back, Iron.
Yes, I am. And I think I'm good for now. I'm going to go ahead and throw a couple more bucks into my pot real quick here. Log in with passkey.
Notice Jack only gestures with one hand because he uses his other hand to rig the game.
All right, I just threw another 5 pounds into my pot. So just want to have that insta-kill if needed. No. Oh, only the chat can. Well, that's a tip for you then. That's just for you, Jack, because I'm having a splendid time.
Do you want to know something, Iron? You've just broken the rules. You've broken the Daramouth rule.
Oh no.
So yeah, he did exactly that because I didn't specify to him that he couldn't donate to himself. After that that one show when he was on and he did it, I specified from that point on, no one was ever allowed to donate to themselves.
That makes perfect
again.
sense. You know, I don't mind just throwing $5 your way because I'm having a blast. So,
well,
it's cool.
I'm still gonna put it on there. It was $5 dib-dobs. Let's have a look. From someone named Anonymous. I don't know what you're talking about, Iron. It doesn't seem to have come from you. It seems to have come from some anonymous person. So thank you so much, Anonymous, for the donation. You've put another $5 dib-dobs into Iron's pot. So thank you so much to Mr. or Miss Anonymous. And also welcome in Uncle Martin. It's good to see you. Now, thanks for being here.
I'll be fair. I was just, when I was wrangling the dogs, Selena was walking in. She's like, give yourself some more money so you don't die. I was like, oh, okay.
It must have been Selena who donated it. It must, and she's allowed to, you see, because she's not you. So it must have been her, mustn't it?
Had to have been.
It was her. Okay, that's who it was. Right. Okay, I'm glad we cleared that up. Right then. Anyway, you did defeat the zombie. Congratulations on your first win. Now, do you wish to leave the room? Because we may have forgotten. You are in a room. You were just about to look at the box on the mantelpiece, but the zombie caught you from behind. So do you wish to just leave the room or go back to the box on the mantelpiece and investigate it?
Oh, we gotta go back to the box. What's in the box?
What's in the box indeed. Right, so it's Gwyneth Paltrow's head. No. The box rattles when you touch it. There's something solid inside. You undo the catch and open the lid. Inside, you find a small key. You try the key in the door and it fits. The key turns and unlocks the door, allowing you to leave the room. Ah, so you were locked in there. I don't remember that. You find that you are in the corner of... Wait a minute. The box rattles when you touch it. I kind of feel like... whenever I get to this paragraph, I always feel like there's something missing because you actually walked through the door to get in there. And then... So you must be leaving via a completely different door. The key turns, unlocks the door, allowing you to leave the room. You find that you're in the corner of a landing and there's an unmarked door to your left. If you wish to go through it, turn to 86. Straight ahead, you can see the main staircase leading downwards. If you wish to go that way, turn to 193. So you got the door on your left, which was, I think, aren't you in the Balthus room at the moment?
Yeah. Yes.
And then there was, there was a door ahead of you and it was unmarked, so that's that door. Turn into 86, but straight ahead you can see the main staircase leading downwards. You want to go that way, you can go that way as well.
Let's try the door straight ahead first.
Okie dokie. The door opens into a narrow passageway which ends at a window. There is a door halfway along the left-hand side, and a sign on the door identifies it as the Diabolus room. If you want to try that door, turn to 13. If you wish to investigate the window instead, turn to 110. If you are not keen to do either and would prefer to go back through the door and continue along the landing, turn to 193.
Yeah, let's try the door.
You step into the room and close the door behind you. The room is empty and you heave a sigh of relief, falling back against the door to catch your breath. Will you rest in the room or try the window for a means of escape?
Now, in this game, are there benefits to trying to take a rest?
Sometimes, yeah. You may get butt fucked other times.
Okay. Yeah, it doesn't say investigate. It just says take a rest. So I'll go for the window then.
You walk over to the curtains and part them slowly. Just outside, the storm is still raging. Thunder rolls across the sky and the rain rattles against the windows. The window is barred. There is no way out here.
Okay.
A soft voice is calling your name. You leap back against the wall while across the room a strange shape is forming. A human figure is passing through the very wall itself and entering the room. At least the figure is almost human, but its head is missing. As it materializes before you, the voice becomes clearer. It comes from the head that is carried not on the apparition's shoulders, but in its hand, which hangs down its side. The sight is as horrible as ghostly blood drips onto the carpet from the severed head. You must add 2 fear points. Will you stay to hear what the ghost has to say, or will you run from the room?
Ghosts have been pretty good to me so far. Let's see what Headless Ghost has to say, even though now I'm down 2 more. Damn. Yeah. They are not generous with these fear. They're pretty aggressive.
You're up to 5 fear points now. You are not just crayoning your pants anymore. You have actually dropped a load in your knickers. So we've added 2 fear points, and you want to hear what the ghost has to say, yeah?
Yeah.
Okie dokie. And don't forget, you've always got that backtrack lifeline to use. You've also got the other 2 lifelines to use if you're not too sure which way to go or what choice to make. But nevertheless, here we go. 1, 2, 4. The disembodied head speaks. Prepare yourself for death, miserable mortal, it gloats. For the evil that is in this place cannot be escaped. The House of Druma has drawn you here for one purpose. Before the night is out, you will join me and my companions in the netherworld. Our fate will be yours. You will forever haunt the place that has caused your death. With these words, a mocking laughter fills the room. The apparition turns back through the wall, and as it does so, the laughter fades, but the fright will give you 2 more fear points. Now, do you want to go back?
We're backtracking. Fuck this ghost. What a dick. What a dick.
What an asshole. Right, 168. Luckily, that's not too far away. 168. There we go. So you just want to leave the room, then, yeah?
Absolutely.
Or do you want to hear what he has to say again?
Not again. I'm good.
Okay, so just quickly, you've left that room, and also now we have taken away your backtrack because you've used it. Now, of course, as I've said previously, you can buy that backtrack back for 5 in your adventurous part. However, what I will tell you is from this point on, whilst there's an X in that box, I will not be tracking any of your progress, basically. So until you buy that backtrack back, I will not be tracking your progress. So no matter what, I can't go back now. Okay? So until you buy that back, I won't be tracking your progress.
I'll go ahead and buy it now. Buy it now.
You're gonna buy it now?
Just to be safe.
Okey-dokey.
Yeah.
Jolly good. Then you got it back. And we shall continue to track your progress. 382. Jolly good. Okie dokie. So, you leave the Diabolus room and are standing once more in the narrow corridor outside. Do you wish to turn left to investigate the window, or would you rather return to the landing and follow it round?
Let's return to the landing and follow it around.
Don't want to investigate the window, no?
Not again.
It's a different window.
Oh, it's a different window. Oh, you're right. You're right. You know what? Yeah, let's try the window.
Curtains are drawn across the window and you approach cautiously. You gingerly pat the folds in the curtain and are relieved to find there is nothing there. Although they seem to be safe, you are still on your guard as you draw them apart. As you do so, a thunderclap booms outside and makes you jump. But you are safe. A perfectly ordinary window is uncovered. However, the heavy iron bars on the outside is a little worrying. Through the window, you can see that there is nothing but rain running down the pane of the glass. But curiously, the rain is avoiding one area. Could it be that the wind is blowing the window away in that corner? You bend down to take a closer look. Written in the condensation which is formed on the glass pane is a message. You read 3 words, Mordana in Abaddon. You repeat this message to yourself and then rub it off the window, in case anyone else should see it. This message may be useful to you and you'll realize when it is. If, later in your adventure, you want to use this message, turn to reference 88. Do not turn there now, but now you must head back to the landing and turn left. So I'm going to make a note of that for you on your adventure sheet.
Excellent.
So Mordana in Abaddon. In and 88 is the reference. Is it Abaddon or Abaddon? I don't know which way to pronounce that.
I think you're right. I think Abaddon.
Abaddon, yeah.
Yeah.
Nodaba. No, I was reading it backwards. Anyway, never mind. Sometimes they do that. Sometimes they like put little tricks in there like that. The door leads to the non-existent cow level in Diablo 2. Back off, you spooky bitch. Indeed. She's gone. She's gone now. She can't hurt you anymore. She's in your dreams. Right, a short distance further on, you come to the top of the main staircase which leads downwards. Immediately opposite the staircase is an unmarked door. Do you wish to go downstairs, try the unmarked door, or will you continue round the landing? I think you may have already gone that way. But nevertheless, you can try any of those options that you want to.
Okay.
So go downstairs, try the unmarked door, or continue round the landing.
Let's try the unmarked door. You think I already went around the landing, if I'm not mistaken?
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking to myself, unless we're heading in the opposite direction to where the landing was, you've already been where the balustrade is and like steps leading down or something like that. But anyway, you want to try the unmarked door. Here we go.
Yeah, let's try it.
You step into a small storeroom and close the door behind you. There are shelves on the left and right walls on which various household objects are stored. In front of you, in the wall facing the door, is another door. What do you want to do? Will you search through the things on the shelves, try the opposite door, or return to the landing?
Let's search the shelves first.
That sounds like a pretty good idea.
Yeah.
Most people do that. Various items of crockery, cutlery, and food are kept in the storeroom, including a sharp meat knife which you might like to hide under your coat to use as a weapon in the future. This sharp knife will allow you to add 3 skill points in a fight. On one shelf, you find several cloves of garlic, which you may also take. There is also an unlabeled bottle of white liquid on another shelf. If you wish to, so do you want to drink the liquid? Do you want to ignore the liquid and try the door at the back of the storeroom? Your only other alternative is to go back through the door you came and be back on the landing.
Unlabeled bottle of liquid, huh?
Unlabeled bottle of white liquid.
White liquid. White liquid.
Yeah.
Ugh. Ugh.
That's the same, well, kind of the same reaction that Abe gave. He was very eager to drink it.
Oh, man. Yeah, you know what? Let's see what it does. It might do something good for me. Let's try it. We'll drink the liquid.
It's milk.
With vitamin R.
Well, here we go then. You wish to drink the liquid, yeah?
Yeah, we're gonna try it.
You taste the liquid. It's white wine. You drink some more and it warms you. You start to feel a little lightheaded and dizzy. Then suddenly you feel the stab of pain in your stomach and you double over. But there is no relief from this pain because you've drunk a bottle of poisoned wine. In a few moments, you will lose consciousness, and in 5 minutes, you will be dead. You will never make tomorrow's appointment after all. Now, don't forget, you have a backtrack still.
Yeah, I'll use a backtrack.
I thought you might. So back to 83 we go. Okie dokie. So just so that I know as well, do you want to take any of the other items with you, like the sharp knife that will allow you to add 3 skill, and the garlic?
Yeah, I'll definitely take both of those if I can.
There you go. So you've also used your backtrack again. You do have the option to buy that back, but as of this very moment, I am not going to be tracking any more of your paragraphs. So until you tell me to buy it back, I'm not tracking.
Okay, gotcha.
So I assume that you want to ignore the liquid this time.
Absolutely.
So do you either want to go through the door that's in front of you in the storeroom or back out onto the landing where you came from?
Let's go to the door in front of me.
255. Here we go. You step out of the storeroom into a hallway. To your left, the hallway enter a door which leads to the Shaitan room. If you wish to try that door, turn to 200. However, almost opposite is the Mammon room, which you may enter by turning to 123. If you're not interested in either of these, go back to the landing through the storeroom, turning to 233.
Let's try the Mammon room.
The room you enter looks well lived in. It's a bedroom, and a large bed covered with a yellow bedspread dominates the room. Clothes are strewn about the floor, and a tap is running in a wash basin in the corner. The clothes suggest it's a woman's room, but no one is about. Will you call out to announce yourself in case anyone is in the room, or would you search around to see what you can find, or leave the room?
Let's search around.
So no calling out in case there's some hot wench in the room. You're just going to rummage through a shit and hope for the best. Okie dokie. You walk over to the mantelpiece and study the trinkets scattered along it. A couple of lacquer boxes and a picture frame with no picture flank a large plant pot with a broad-bladed plant growing in it. In the grate below are several lumps of coal resting on a bed of paper. A fire already to light. But something else is in the grate. A black and white photograph has been thrown onto the coals. Do you wish to check the contents of the boxes or pick up the photograph and look at it?
Let's pick up the photograph.
Interesting, okay. 199. That's not right. YM1. Something sit on your haunches and teach for the photograph. That doesn't make sense.
It's supposed to be you sit on your haunches and reach for the photograph?
Huh. Okay, you sit on your haunches and reach for the photograph. That makes more sense. As you pick it up, you feel a heavy thud on the top of your head. You slump to the floor, dazed, and the plant pot, which came crashing down on your head, smashes on the floor. You must lose 3 stamina points for this accident. Okay, so you're now down to 8 stamina points.
I think it'd be a good time to take one of those potions of stamina.
Okie dokie. So you're back up to 16. Abracadabra, alakazam. You just drank a pot of stam. Right then. Okay, so off we go to 290. You hear the rustling from curtains and straighten up to look towards the window. You shudder with fright as the curtains open before you. Just as quickly, they shut again. Then there is silence. You walk slowly over and grab them, but they are perfectly ordinary curtains. You must add 1 fear point for the shock. Now, do you wish to leave the room, or will you try to work out the mystery of the curtains? I've just added that 1 fear to your total. You now have a current fear of 6. So you're 5 away from dying, basically.
Okay. Let me go ahead and, if I haven't already, I'm going to go ahead and buy it back a backtrack, and then I'm going to investigate the curtains.
Right, then let's get your adventure sheet back up quickly. So you want to buy another backtrack back. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're now down to 9 in your adventurous pot. You have your backtrack back, of course, and we will log this as being on page 290.
And if anybody's feeling generous and wants to help me get up to that insta-kill.
Just in case he needs it, you never know. And so what was your choice on here? You wanted to either leave the room or work out the mystery of the curtains. Which did you choose?
We're going to work out the mystery of the curtains.
150. As you're puzzling over the curtains, you reach out to lean on the bed. But as you rest your weight on the bedpost, the whole bed shifts aside and you crash down on the floor. This is all very strange and a little scary. Add 1 fear point and take 1 stamina point of damage. A rumbling from the opposite side of the room breaks into your thoughts. Sliding over the carpet towards you and accelerating rapidly is one of the chairs. Test your luck. If you're lucky, turn to 101. If you're unlucky, turn to 53. So at this point, do you want to go back or do you want to face what you've got going on here?
Let's face it. I'll test my luck.
Just to remind you before you make any rash decisions, you've got 5 current luck. So a luck test would be 5 or below on 2d6.
Ooh, no, that's rough. That's rough. Nah, let's fuck out of here.
So do you want to backtrack?
Sure. I think that's the best case scenario. Man, this one, I was starting off pretty confident. I was like, I'm breezing through this. Now it's like every few minutes getting screwed.
Okay, once again, I'm not tracking your progress. And we'll go back to paragraph 290. Need to go further than that, come on. There we are. So you wish to leave the room, I assume, this time.
We are going to leave the room.
You may now proceed either by turning right and trying the door to the Shaitan room, or by turning left and following the passage, which bears right past 2 rooms labelled Asmodeus and Eblis. and then rejoins the landing. So you can either go in the Shiton room or go down the passage which goes past 2 rooms labelled Asmodeus and Ablis.
Let's go past the 2 rooms.
Is the plant's name Audrey too? Those curtains your mother-in-law chose for sure. This story is a rough one. Yeah, I said to him right at the beginning, he's picked one of the hardest games to actually play. So, did she pick up the carpet? Not quite. She ate it. Never mind. So, which one are you going in, the Shiton room or going down the passage?
We're going to go down the passage this time. You try and mix it up.
You follow the landing round past a wooden door which bears the name Tutivilus. You may try this door by turning to 155. Straight ahead, the landing ends at a panelled wall and the passageway turns to the left. To follow that passage round, turn to 175. It's thrown you off a little bit here, hasn't it? Because at first it said these other 2 rooms, and now it's giving you a completely different room, and you can't even go into those 2 rooms that it's mentioned. So you can either go into the Tutivilus room, or you can follow the passage round.
I'm going to try the Tutivilus room.
You step into the room. It's a stylish bedchamber, beautifully decorated, but one thing disturbs you immediately. The windows are barred. Perhaps being so far from anywhere, they are designed to keep intruders out rather than keep guests in. In the center of the room is a 4-poster bed. You walk over and test the mattress. It feels very comfortable. By now, you are in need of some rest. Will you climb into bed or walk over to the window and take a look outside?
Let's see. You know, you did say sometimes doing the rest works in your favor. Sometimes it completely screws you over. I'm gonna test my luck and try seeing if taking a rest actually helps me out here.
You climb into bed and blow out the candle. Anxious thoughts race through your mind, and the old man who gave you wrong directions, your accident, the sinister atmosphere in the house. Soon, your weariness gets the better of you, and you drift off into sleep. In a disturbed slumber, you begin to dream. You're being chased by a swirling cloud of gas. You're trying to run from it, but the faster that you run, the slower you go. The cloud is catching you. As you desperately try to avoid it, it engulfs you. You begin to cough and choke. It's stifling your breath. You wake with a start. Your head is buried in the pillow and the bedclothes are holding you down. They feel heavy and you must strain to fight for air. Add 2 more fear points as you realize that something supernatural is happening here. To determine whether or not you escape from this pillow, roll 2 dice. If the total is less than or equal to your skill score, turn to 348. If it's higher, turn to 171. So first of all, before you do anything, we're going to add those 2 more fear points. So you're now 3 away from dying. And we're going to ask you to roll 2d6, and you've got to get a 9 or below to go one way. And if it's above 9, we'll go the other way.
All right, let's see here.
A 6 and a 2, that's a 8. You made it just
barely.
By the skin of your teeth. Okay, so 348 it is. You force yourself free from the pillow and leap out of the bed, gasping. Was it just your imagination, or were the bedclothes really trying to suffocate you? In any case, you decide that you are definitely not welcome in this room. You get dressed and walk out of the room back onto the landing. I didn't even realize you got undressed.
That's wild. That was the worst mistake I've made of the game so far. I just thought maybe something good would happen.
I told you
Not
might
at
get
all.
butt fucked. You open the door quickly and step out onto the landing. Luckily, there's no one about, and turning left, you follow the passage round until you reach a wood-panelled wall where the passage turns left. You follow the passageway around the corner to the left. 2 doors face each other across the passage, and you may either try the door to the left, to the Belial room, or the door on the right, to the Abaddon room. Straight ahead, the passageway continues for a few meters before ending at an unmarked door. So do you want to try the Belial room, the Abaddon room, the unmarked door, or go back downstairs?
Abaddon, because that was the thing written on the window.
You enter a bedroom which is lit by a single candle burning by the bedside. A heavy, musty odour hangs in the air, which could come from all the plants which are standing in pots on the mantelpiece, bedside table, and dressers and shelves. Whoever used this room certainly liked plants, but another sight catches your attention and stops you in your tracks. Asleep in the bed is an old woman. It seems that she has not heard you, for she's not moved since you entered the room. Do you wish to leave her in peace? Walk over to the bed and wake her, or will you instead spring over and attack her before she can awake?
Okay, this is time to ask the chat.
So you're going to use your lifeline of ask the audience, is that right?
Yes, that's 100% correct.
Okie dokie then. So I do apologize to those of you who are over on Rumble. We can only do this in the YouTube chat. So ask the audience means that I'm going to put a poll in the chat, and Iron0xcid is asking you, what would you do basically? You'll get to vote on this shortly. So do we leave her, wake her, or stab her?
Stab the old one.
Yeah. So the poll is starting right now. I'll give you about 30 seconds to answer that, because obviously there's like a 20-second delay, especially for the YouTubers. So I'm going to give you about 30 seconds to a minute to get those votes in. And while we're doing that, we're going to see if there's any chats to highlight. There we go. I hate the fact I know the proper pronunciation of all these demon rooms. Am I not pronouncing them the right way then, Natty? Take a nap among the demons. He did. He did do it. That gas is the Taco Bell you had a couple of hours ago. Ghosty. Yes. You got incubused. Yes, incubused. There you go. Is it really a difficult poll though, Steve? I'm the last person you should ask anyway, says Natty. Difficult poll, says Steve. Is it really though? Is it that difficult? And is one of them called the Belial room? I think it's called Belial. That's how I would say it. Belial. Anyway, let's get back over to the chat and see how many people. Oh, you see, this is a bit of a funny one.
It's 50-50. Nobody's saying Shanker.
Okay.
So that helps.
Well, I'm ending the poll now. And so it is 50-50, either leave her or wake her, but no one wants to stab her.
That was my last pick. That was my last pick too. Let's go with... I'm going to go with Waker.
You're going to go over to her and wake her up, yeah?
Yeah.
139. You step over to the bed and shake the old woman gently, but as soon as you touch her withered skin, you jump back in horror. She's stone cold, dead. Add 2 fear points for the shock. As you stand by the bed, shivering, a low moan comes from the body. Its eyelids flick open and a pure white eyes stare up at the ceiling. She has no pupils. Do you wish to wait to see what will happen next, or will you beat a hasty retreat and return to the passageway? Before you do that, I'm just going to add those next 2 fear points. You are 1 fear point away from dying, mate.
Oh, man. All right. Hold on. Do I have any way of getting back my fear points with that 9 that I got there?
Let's think about this, because so this isn't necessarily the monetization options aren't necessarily tailored for any one specific adventure, so I could write something in, because I am the dungeon master, right? So I get to do those kinds of things. Let's think about this. Yeah, okay. What I'm gonna say is if you spend 5 out of your adventures pot, I'll allow you to roll 1d6, and whatever is on that dice or that die, you can subtract from your fear.
All right, dude. That is a deal. I'll take it.
Okay. So you've got 4 in your adventurous pot left. And so if you wouldn't mind, please roll 1d6 and you watch it be a fucking snake eye now.
Is it rolling? Oh, I think I got to refresh the page. It's not, no, not 2d6. Hold on.
No, not 2d6. 1d6.
Okay.
Well, I'll take the first one. I'm going to take the first one, mate.
Okay.
Which was
whichever
a 6.
That was.
It was a 6. So you've now got a current fear of 4. You've rested, you've calmed yourself, you've done all your fucking Buddhist, Nam Yoho Renge Kyo ding shit, and you're at peace with yourself a little bit more now. And you now have a current fear of 4. So you're not doing too badly now. You've cleaned the shit out of your pants. And you're not tuttling anymore. There you go. 4. But you now also have only 4 left in your adventurous pot.
That's fair. All right.
Okay, so with this woman, do you wish to wait to see what will happen next? She's like staring up at the ceiling with no pupils. Or do you want to beat the fuck out of there and return to the passageway?
Let's return to the passageway. It's just gonna be a zombie fight, I feel.
Don't forget, there's something specific about this room.
Oh, in that room. No, you're right. I forgot which room we're in.
Yeah, you're in the Abaddon room.
Even if I have to fight her, I'll probably get something in return. I'm supposed to be there.
Get information. It could be information. It might be she turns around and she says, "Ha, fuck you, you're stuck here." You don't know what's going to happen, but I'm just reminding you that there's something special about this room. It may not be good. It may not be bad.
You're right. And now that I remember that's the room we're supposed to be in, I'm going to see what happens with her, 100%.
So you want to see what happens next?
Yep. Yep. If it's a fight, it's a fight.
You hear words coming from the old woman, yet her lips do not move. Stranger, how dare you invade my private bedchamber of the woman of the house? She asks. You stammer an apologetic reply. She orders you, "Begone, intruder! Leave an old woman to die in peace." Will you leave her as she wishes, or ask her for information about the house?
She's not that threatening now. I'm going to ask her information. She can give me something before I leave.
Okie dokie. What business of yours is this house? She screams. If you will not go of your own accord, then my hounds will see you off. And if they cannot, I will do it myself. With these words, a wooden panel slides open the wall. Two huge Great Danes spring out and attack. Resolve your battle with the dogs, and you fight them one at a time. If you defeat the dogs, you can leave the room if you want to, or remain to search it. Go in a different way. However, you've got two dogs to battle. One has a stamina, a skill of 7, and the other has a skill of 6, and they both have a stamina of 6. So, I think we ought to get your adventure sheet up. And let's start this battle music, because here we go. For your second battle of your adventure. Here we go. You got to fight them one at a time. So one after the other, basically. And we will start your... first battle round off by asking you to roll 2d6 for your enemy, please. I'm not entirely sure what that is, but it looks like a 5 and a 2 from where I'm sitting, which gives them 14. And now if you can roll 2 for yourself, please. Yeah, I'm going to ask you to roll
2 and
again.
a 1.
Please. Yeah, it cocked up on my screen. It was all half cocked. I'm going to ask you to roll again, please. A 4 and a 5. Okay. That's much better. 18 to 14. Congratulations. You win the attack round, and we'll bring their stamina down to 4. Would you like to test your luck or carry on?
No, sir. We're going to carry on.
2d6 for the enemy then, please. It's a 1 and a 2. I know the chat can't see it because it's behind all the stuff, but it is a 1 and a 2, which gives them 10. And then 2 for yourself, please. A 6 and a 5. Congratulations. You win the attack round by a clear 10 points, giving you 20 to their 10, and we'll bring their stamina down to 2. Test your luck or carry on?
We're going to carry on.
2d6 for your enemy then, please. A 6 and a 2 this time gives them 15. And then 2 for yourself. A 4 and a 6 gives you 19. You win the attack round. Congratulations, you've beat back that first Great Dane. And now on to the second one. A 6 and a 6. There we go. So 2d6 for your enemy, please. A 5 and a 2. Gives them 13. And if you can roll 2d6 for yourself, please. 2 and a 1 gives you 12 to their 13. Unfortunately, you lose that attack round. So we'll bring your stamina down to 14. Would you like to test your luck or carry on?
I'll carry on. I'm still feeling good.
2d6 then. Yep, you're doing all right. It's not over yet. And you've also got another potion of stamina, which you can use during the battle as well, since you bought it. So that was a 1 and a 6, gives them 13 again. And 2 for yourself, please. Nice. A 5 and a 3. That'll definitely win you the attack round, giving you 17 to their 13. Will bring their stamina down to 4. Right, so test your luck or carry on?
I'm going to carry on.
2d6 for the enemy then, please. A 5 and a 6 gives them 17. That's not bad. You could still beat them. Probably not with those numbers, though.
Not like that.
See. A 2 and a 2 gives you 13 to their 17, which means you lose the attack round, and now we're going to have to bring your current stamina down to 12. Test your luck or carry on?
I'm going to carry on.
2d6 for the enemy, please. 2 3s. Gives them 12. And 2 for yourself, please. Looks like a 4 and a 4 to me. That gives you 17 to their 12. Well done, you win the attack round. You've got one more attack round to go, because they've only got, or I say, you've only got to win one more attack round and you've won the battle, because they've only got 2 stamina left. So test your luck or carry on. If in fact,
I'm going to carry on.
Just to let you know, if you were to test your luck right now and you were lucky, which is on a fucking knife edge because you got 5 current luck, but nevertheless, if you were to be lucky, you'd kill them out right now because we'd take those 2 extra stamina points away from them. But if you want to just carry on, we'll carry on.
Yeah, I think I'll carry on because I might need my luck later.
Okie dokie. 2d6 for the enemy then, please. A 2 and a 3 gives them 11. And 2 for yourself, please. A 2 and a 1. Oh, you've won, actually. You did it just by 1 point. You beat back that second Great Dane. Congratulations.
Woo!
Well done. You did it. Good job. Excellent work.
Oh, man.
You're actually a dog lover as well. That's the terrible thing about this this battle, is that you are a dog lover, or so I believe. Anyway, do you not like the pugs, or you got a French bulldog, haven't you?
Oh yeah, man, love dogs. But if I come across a couple ghostly Great Danes and it's me or them, fuck them. There, I'm taking them out.
Yeah, it doesn't even have to be a ghostly Dane, a real Great Dane.
No. Oh yeah.
What about a pug though, or like a Frenchie? If like a Frenchie was charging at you and it was going to bite the shit out of you, and you knew that it was going to bite you, could you harm it?
Not entirely, because you don't really need to do much to harm a dog of that size. You could just, shove them off with your foot and they'll just fuck right off. It's not a threat.
When you say shove them off with your foot, in my head, I have punt them as far as it can go. Like, it's good. That fucking just right across the field. Anyway, the Frenchies, they surrender and fight with baguettes. Yes,
pretty much.
Do. And we got Daily Dysfunction here as well. Welcome in. She's saying hi, Legatus, and she's also asking, "What's this about wanking Steve?" No one's. Oh, I see. Yes, no, it was something that Steve said a little bit earlier. Yes, okay. Did he say wake up or wank up? Yes, now I get it.
Little column A, little column B.
Wake him up by wanking him off, is that it? Hey babe, you awake yet? Cat pigs? What is that? Punt the pug. We could make this into a game. Punt the pug. I like it. Anyway,
they are shaped like footballs.
Enough of the vague animal cruelty. Sorry, hang on. Nobody is wanking Steve. Anyway, so you've beaten the dogs. You can now either leave the room or remain to search it.
I'm going to remain to search it. I had good luck with the dogs. I still got a health potion.
And you need to ask this bitch in the bed some things, basically. You search the room while the woman threatens you from her bed. You recognize some of the plants, as most of them are common houseplants. The woman's voice grows frantic as you poke around in a herb garden by the window. A thought dawns on you, and you turn to her, threatening to destroy her plants unless she's able to give you the information you require. She shrieks at the thought of you harming her plants and agrees. So what will you ask her? How to find the man in grey, about the secret rooms in the house, or what tonight's festivities are.
Okay.
I find this chapter a bit... Yeah, I find this chapter a bit weird because up until this point, the route that you've taken, no one has actually mentioned the man in grey.
Yeah, I know nothing about that.
Right? You do have one more lifeline, which is phone a friend, and you could choose any single one person in the chat.
Okay, that's actually good, and I'm going to go with Crimson.
Okay. So, Crimson, you are being called upon. Which would you do in this situation? What is the most pertinent piece of information that you think Iron needs to know from this woman? How to find the man in grey, about the secret rooms in the house, or what tonight's festivities are? Crimson, what say you, my good man? And whilst you're thinking about that, I'm just going to cross that off. So you've now used all of your lifelines. It costs 5 rubies to buy any one of them back, which would most likely be you backtrack if you had the money for it. You don't currently. I'm
out of backtracks. I only got like 4.
Yeah, you got 4 rubies left. So Crimson has said to ask about the secrets of the house, the secret rooms of the house.
That was going to be my first initial thought too, so I'm going to go with that. Ask about the secret rooms in the house.
Okie dokie, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Before I will answer your question, she says, you must tell me something. What is my name? Do you know what her name is? If so, you will have noted a reference number to turn to. Should you be asked this question, turn to this. Turn to this reference. If you do not know her name, she will not answer your question, no matter what you threaten to do to her plants, and you will have to leave the room. You actually know what her name is, don't you?
I do. Ass. Yes, it was the other word.
It was bitch. Bitch in Abaddon. No, but nevertheless, you do have the answer right there. It is Morgana in Abaddon. Yeah, so the reference was 88, so I guess we'll turn to 88 manually. We have to do this manually. So, 88. There it is. She curses. Damn you, stranger. All right, then. I will answer your question. Which question did you ask her? It was all the secret rooms in the house, wasn't it? 295.
Yes.
Secret rooms? Why, this house is riddled with secret passageways and secret rooms. Most are in the cellar, though, but some of the upstairs passages lead to them. The most cunning secret room is the Master's most trusted hiding place. It can only be reached by one way, and that is from under the stairs in the cellar. A password is needed, and I knew the old one, but it's recently been changed. Sheku will know the password, the new one. The woman's eyes close as if the conversation has been a great strain. You leave her be and consider the information you've been given. And when you're in a position to find the secret door in question under the cellar stairs, you may try to find it by deducting 10 from the reference you will be on at the time and turning to the new reference. No other clue as to its location will be given, but first you must find the password. Okay, so I'm going to put this on your adventure sheet, that under the cellar stairs, deduct 10 from the reference. Okay,
excellent.
Under cellar stairs, deduct 10 from ref. Okay. No other clues will be given as to when to use that, so you will have to try your hardest to remember when to use it, but of course, before you go there, you have to find what the password is. So we leave the room by turning to 159. Having explored most of the rooms upstairs, you decide to risk searching the ground floor. You follow the landing back round to the staircase and creep downstairs. Turn to 132. You walk down the stairs cautiously, looking in every direction. There is no one about. In the hallway below, you may choose to try either the door on the left or a door on the right, or you can walk up to the front door and open it.
Or on the left or on the front door.
Oh, and by the way, thank you very much, Crimson Shadow, for the for being the phone a friend.
All right. I think I'm going to go with the front door. Why not?
222. You grip the handle and turn it slowly and pull the door open. The noise of the storm raging outside becomes louder. You start to walk through the doorway, but stop and gasp. Your eyes frozen wide open. Standing in the doorway before you is a hooded figure, but his face is not human. Instead, the head is that of a goat and its mouth is red with blood, which is dripping onto the ground. Its dead eyes stare vacantly upwards. The sight of the sight is terrifying, and you must add 3 fear points. You slam the door in its face and turn around. Where will you run? Through a door on the right, through a door on the left, or back down the hallway?
Let's try the door on the left, and let's see. I probably got 1 fear point left.
No, actually, because you got down to 4 fear points, so we've added 3 on. Now you're at 7. So you've got
that's right.
4 to go.
Okay, I'm still in good shape.
Yeah, you bought a dice roll and you were able to. You actually rolled a 6, which was the highest you could possibly get. That kind of backfired on me a little bit. Got to be honest with you, but nevertheless, you're up to 7 now. You've got 4 fear points left to go. So what would you like to do then? Through the door on the right, door on the left, or back down the hallway?
And we're trying to find our way down. I'm going to go with the door on the left.
You're also trying to find a password, remember?
That's right.
Door on the left, though, 285, yeah?
Yeah.
The door is locked, so you may either try the door opposite or creep back along the hallway.
Let's try the door opposite.
Okay. The door opens into a large but cozy drawing room. The dying embers of a warm fire burn in the hearth. Comfortable chairs are arranged around the fireplace. 2 glasses and a decanter stand on a glass-topped table between the chairs. There are plants in tall stands on either side of the windows, and there is another door next to the one that you came in. Do you wish to explore the room further? Leave through the other door, or will you have a little tipple from the decanter?
Oh, no. I'm not drinking any more mysterious booze. We're going to look around, though. So I'm going to go with 119.
Will you start by looking through the ornaments on the corner shelf? That's supposed to say corner, not coma. Corner shelf. Or will you examine the fire and mantelpiece?
Let's try the corner shelf first.
There are several delicate items of pottery and a few silver pieces on a shelf. One of the silver ornaments is a short dagger, and you may take this with you if you want. It's rather too short to be a really useful weapon, but nevertheless it will add 2 skill points if you use it in a fight. There is also a silver hip flask. If you've not already done so, you may take this flask and fill it with brandy. Now you may either examine the fireplace or leave the room. So first of all, before you make that choice, do you want to take the knife? You've already got a sharp knife which will add 3 skill.
I'll keep the one I got. I'll keep the one I got.
Do you want to take the hip flask?
Yes.
Okay, and you can fill that with brandy. So I'll put that on your adventure sheet that you got a brandy flask. Okie dokie. So now that we've added those things, do you want to examine the fireplace or leave the room?
Examine the fireplace.
A fine carriage clock sits in the center of an elaborately carved wooden mantelpiece. A number of letters are jammed in behind the clock, and you reach for them. As you do so, your sleeve catches on one of the carved images in the woodwork, and it moves. You lean forward to examine it. It's a small carved demonic face which can be moved sideways. Do you wish to see what lies behind the wooden face, or will you read through the letters?
Behind the wooden face.
You want to see what lies behind the wooden face? Okay.
Yep.
The little carving moves to reveal a button set in the mantelpiece behind it. You consider whether or not to press the button. As you're deep in thought, you do not notice what is happening to the fire. In the grate, the fire has come back to life. Strong flames are licking the chimney, and a considerable heat is being given off. You feel the heat and step backwards, and as you do so, 2 small figures leap from the fire to face you. These fire sprites are small, and they come up to your knees, but their flaming bodies burn with the vigor of a fire from which they arose. They hover in the air just above the carpet, for if they touch anything, it bursts into flames. Do you wish to fight these creatures, or will you try another approach?
Try another approach.
How will you hold off these advancing creatures? Will you pick up the brandy decanter or move slowly backwards towards the window?
Brandy decanter.
You grab the decanter and splash brandy quickly over the 2 creatures, hoping to douse their flames. But to your dismay, the brandy burns fiercely. In fact, it seems to nourish the fire sprites rather than weaken them. Turn to 9.
Oh, shit. That makes sense.
Your battle with the fire sprites. They attack you one at a time. So this time they've got both got a skill of 7. One has a stamina of 4, the other of 3. Each time they wound you, you risk the added danger of their flames touching you. You can either deduct 3 stamina points instead of the normal 2, or you may test your luck after each wound. A lucky roll means you manage to put out the flame before it burns you, no stamina damage. An unlucky roll means you lose 4 stamina damage points instead of 3. If you wish to escape during the battle, turn to 218, but the sprites will get a last hit as you leave. If you stay and fight them, you turn to 375 if you win. So,
okay.
You can try to escape, but they will do 2 damage to you. So you can either try and fight them, and if you win, turn to 375, or you can escape, and it will do 2 stamina damage to you.
I'm going to try and fight him. I think I can do that.
Okay.
I'm going to try and fight him.
He's nothing if not brave, boys and girls at home. So here we go then. The two fire sprites. One has a stamina of 4 and the other of 3. So, I mean, they should be fairly easy to battle.
That's what I'm thinking.
There are some rules that we need to stick to. So I just need to make sure I've got these in my head. Each time they wound you, you risk the added danger of their flames touching you. You can either deduct 3 stamina points instead of the normal 2, or test your luck. If you're lucky, it means they won't do any more damage to you. An unlucky roll means they do 4. Okay, right then. I think I've got that in my head. So let's get your adventure sheet up. Let's get the battle music on. And without further ado, the first time in this battle, roll 2d6 for your enemy, please. That's a 4 and a 5. And that gives them 16.
Okay.
And that was a 2 and a 6, was it?
Yeah.
A 2 and a 6 for you gives you 17 to their 16. Well done. You win the attack round, which brings their stamina down to 2. Just need to check those rules again. Each time they wound you. Okay, so it's if you win, then it's fine. Okay, so do you want to test your luck or carry on?
I'm going to carry on.
2d6 then, please, for the enemy. I can see Crimson is asking, do the knives boost his skill? No, they don't. And well, it already has, because I've already put it in there. Basically, the sharp knife gives him 3 stamina. So because he starts with nothing, his initial skill has to be deducted by 3. So his starting skill is actually 6, but since he's got that knife, it gives him the 3 extra, so it's 9. So that's what he's battling with currently. Anyway, 3 and a 2.
Oh, and now 2.
That was 12. And then 2 for yourself, please.
Come on.
A 6 and a 2 gives you 17. Well done. You won the attack round. And you've won against that first fire sprite. So it's on to your second one now. If you can roll 2d6 for the enemy, please. A 2 and a 6 gives them 15. And 2 for yourself, please. A 5 and a 2 gives you 16 to their 15. You made it through just by the skin of your teeth. You won the attack round. They've now got 1 stamina. Do you want to test your luck or carry on?
I'm going to carry on. I think I got this.
Okay, 2d6 for the enemy then, please. Oh, snake eyes. Gives them 9. And 2d6 for yourself, please.
What?
Another pair of snake eyes. Well, that gives you 11. You've won by 2 points. You win the attack round, and you've beaten back the sprites. So congratulations. You did it.
And no damage. I didn't have to worry about that fire shit at all.
Exactly. But do you want to know what else happened, my friend?
Huh.
Crimson Shadow came in with $50 dibdobs because he's enjoying this. Thank you so much, Crimson. You don't know how much that means to me, and I'm sure it's going to mean an awful lot to Iron here as well, because there's several things that he can do with this money now. But 50 is such a large donation. But thank you so much, Crimson. That is incredible. Thank you so much. I can't thank you enough, mate. You're absolutely wonderful. It's no wonder we're getting him on one of the shows. You see what I mean about being a contributor? He's like, he keeps this show alive, mate.
Dude, that is so cool, man.
And so now, right, I want to show you something, right? Because on that monetization list, where is it? If you were to spend 30 of that, you could increase all of your initial stats by 1.
Ooh.
But I mean, it's a high. It's it's a high amount. It's 30 immediately. It gives you 30 gives you either an extra life, or you can increase all of your initial stats by 1. So your skill will go up to 10. Your stam will go up to 17. Your luck will go up to 9, and your fear will go up to 12.
Oh, that's a good buy, actually. That's a good buy. And that would leave 30. Me, I would still have 30. And then right now, because right now I'm at 54.
4. Yeah, 54, I should say. Yeah, there you go. 54. We'll put it in. There you are.
Okay, let's see here. Now, I would
still
my
have
current
enough to buy an Insta-kill spell, because that would be 45, and then you'd have 9 left.
Okay. Now, all my current stats will remain the same, however, which the only one I'm really worried about is fear. But that actually gives me +1 with the fear, because I don't have to worry about that extra one. So yeah, that's a good buy. You talked me into that. I'm definitely going to do that.
Right.
And
just as another one as well. So let's think of it this way. You increase all of your initial stats by 1 using the 30 rubies. You could buy an insta-kill spell as well. That'd take it up to 45. If you were to then spend another $5, you could return all of your stats to their initial values. So that would take your current stamina up to 17, and it would also take your luck up to 9. And it will bring your fear score down to 0.
Okay. Yeah, let's go with that. That's a good call. And then I'll still have enough I'll have a back pocket of an insta-kill if needed.
So are we not buying the insta-kill spell right now? I'm just asking. It's okay if you don't want to. We'll just spend 35 now, and we'll increase all of your initial stats and return everything to its initial values.
Yeah, let's just do that for right now. I might not even need the insta-kill. I might need my backtrack later instead.
Exactly. Okay then. So 35. That means you've got 19 left, doesn't it? I'm doing maths correctly there, aren't I?
Yeah, I think so.
54 minus 35, that's 19 left, isn't it? Am I right? Yeah. Okay. Quick maths. So let's get over to it then. Right, so you've got a skill of 10, initial skill of 10, an initial stamina of 17, an initial luck of 9, and a max fear of 12. And also what that means is we can bring that up to there, that up to there, that up to there, and that down to there. It's nice to cheat the system, isn't it?
Oh, hell yeah.
And you've got 19 left in your adventurer's pot, which means that you could buy any of your lifelines back, but because you haven't bought your backtrack back yet, I'm still not tracking your progress.
Okay. And how much would a backtrack run me? That's 5, right?
5, yeah.
Okay. Oh, and that'd just take me down 1 for the... I would not be able to afford an insta-kill.
Yeah.
So, you gotta wonder which is more important. An insta-kill. I'm doing pretty good in the fighting. I've had pretty good luck so far.
You have been very lucky. And I think you're doing wonderfully. In fact, I think this is why they're enjoying it so much. You've gone through the house quite well so far, and yeah, they're enjoying it. I can only say once again, thank you so much to Crimson for the massive donation, that massive $50 donation. Cheers, buddy. Love you very much. Like right from there, right from the heart. And we've got our own Vagabond here as well.
Vagabond.
Are you going north, Iron? Unfortunately, there is no north in this house. There is left, right, up, and down. That's about it. But the reason why he asks that, I don't know whether you managed to see Vagabond's journey, but he was doing the Forest of Doom, and basically he got told by this crow that if he gave the crow a gold piece, that he would give him some invaluable advice, and the advice was to head north. You need to what you seek was in the north, basically. And so from that moment on, Vagabond just headed north. That's all he did, was headed north. Barely took any branches whatsoever. He got to the final destination, which is Stonebridge, but what he was looking for was the head and the handle of the hammer of Stonebridge, basically, and that's what he needs to take back. So he gets to Stonebridge without the hammer. He has to go back to the very beginning of the story, and he has to roll do a luck roll to be able to get back to the beginning of the story. He gets back to the beginning of the story, goes north again, takes a couple of different detours this time, but ends up in exactly the same position without the hammer, and has to try to do the roll to go back to the beginning again, and he fucking does it. So where his journey ends right now is he is back at the very beginning of the story, but he's got like he's like flushed out. He's got all of the items that you can buy. He's got so much gold in his pocket. He's minted. He's just making it rain. So yeah, go north apparently. But anyway,
all right.
Welcome in, Vagabond. Thank you so much. And yeah, and Samuel the Infamous is here as well. Welcome in, Sam. It's good to see you. So Iron's doing pretty well at the moment. He's just beat off some fire sprites, and he was given a massive donation just now by Crimson Shadow. He's managed to buy himself some extra stats and to refill all of his stats. And we're now turning to 375. Here we go with the continuation of the story. You step back from the you step back up to the fireplace and examine the secret button again. Will you press it, or will you leave the drawing room? Now, you haven't even looked at those letters yet.
No, I haven't. And I guess there's no way to go back and look at them.
It may
that was an option from before.
Press. It may come.
That's what I'm thinking.
Press.
And you know what? I think I'm not going to worry about an insta-kill. I think I'm going to go ahead and buy my backtrack for 5.
Okay. So you now have 14 again, and you have a backtrack again.
Excellent.
So
excellent.
I'm going to log you down as being at 375. And so, what is your choice then? Are you going to test the button or leave the drawing room?
We're definitely going to press the button.
You press the button and you hear a small click. Then you hear another sound and you swing round to face the corner shelf. Besides this shelf, a sliding panel has opened in the wall. You walk over to investigate and bend down to look at the opening. Too late! You realise that the panel has revealed not a tunnel at all, but a false opening. The wall behind is solid, but it has served its purpose. You've been lured into a trap. You are standing on a trapdoor which opens beneath you and falls downwards. Now, you can either follow that trap, or you can go backtrack, and then we'll have to leave the drawing room, and that will be without looking at the letters or anything else.
How bad can this trap be? Let's find out. I guess
you'll have to fall down it to find out, wouldn't you?
That's what it's looking like.
So is that what you're going to do then? You're going to choose to follow it?
Yep.
Okie dokie, here we go. Down you fall for several meters until you finally land on a heap of something soft. Add 1 fear point for the fright and test your luck. If you're lucky, you are unhurt. If you are unlucky, you've twisted your ankle, your wrist, and you must deduct 1 skill point. You pick yourself up and verify there is no serious damage. You've landed on a small mound of earth and hay, and you realize that you are in a cellar underneath the house. The room is fairly small with 1 door. Outside you can hear the shuffling noises coming closer. Will you, before we do any of that, let's do what we need to do with this. So, we've got to add 1 fear point, and you've got to test your luck. So 1 fear, and will you please roll 2d6, and you've got to get 9 or below to be lucky.
Okay. Yeah.
That's perfect. So we'll bring your luck down to 8 now. And you were lucky, so you did no damage to your wrist, which means no reduction of skill. And Goku Black 55 is saying, I follow Crimson Shadow. Awesome. I didn't realize. Have you got a channel? Have you, Crimson?
Yeah, I didn't
realize you've got a channel. Awesome. But anyway, yes. Our biggest donator to date. Thank you. Anyway. Cracking on. So outside you hear the shuffling coming closer. Will you spring behind the door to surprise whatever is approaching, or will you quickly search the room for a weapon in case you need to defend yourself?
I already got a weapon, so I'm thinking surprise whatever is approaching.
Okay. Don't forget, you now have your backtrack again, so...
Okay. I might need it here in just a second.
Yeah, you may do. The door slowly opens and you hold yourself close to the wall. The man who enters is short and stocky and appears to be bent double. He's not armed, and he peers into the room and scratches his head. Evidently, he's heard something and is perplexed at finding nothing in the room. Will you step forward and announce yourself, or keep hidden and hope he leaves?
Ooh, man. Short, stocky, unarmed. Or I could just play it safe and wait for him to leave.
He's bent right over as well. He's like, oh, fucking hell. I wish they hadn't put me in that rack.
If this were a video game, this would be prime stealth attack. So I'm going to step forward and announce yourself. He's right there. I think I got this.
You cough lightly and step forward. The man turns to you and jumps back, startled. You apologize for frightening him and explain your situation. He eyes you suspiciously and calms down, saying, of course, I'll help you. Follow me. As he turns and walks through the door, you can see that he is not bent over double. He has a hunched back. You follow him from the room. As you leave the room, the hunchback limps along, muttering to himself. I wish the master's friends would not just drop in on me like that, he mumbles, giving me such a fright and all, especially on a night like tonight. He leads you along until he reaches a door on the left. Keep going on until you reach a staircase, then go up into the house. I've got work to do down here. Do you recognize this hunchback? If you've met him before, then you may turn to 230. You've not, so you may either follow his directions or wait until he's gone and explore the cellar.
Let's wait for him to go first and explore the cellar.
Exploring the area, you find nothing particularly unusual. You see a wooden door on the left of the passageway, which you may try by turning to 221. Or you can walk a little further up and try another door on the right-hand wall. If you would prefer to ignore the doors and continue up the passageway, turn to 91.
Let's try the wooden door on the left.
You can hear gruff noises coming from within the room. Whoever or whatever is in there certainly doesn't sound too friendly. Will you try the door anyway, or will you open the door in the wall opposite or continue along the passageway?
Oh, we're going to try the opposite door then.
This room seems to be a dungeon of some sort, for along one wall are 4 cells with heavy iron bars locking their occupants in. No one seems to be on your side of the bars, so you walk in to have a look. A twig cracks as you step forward, and immediately 3 bodies spring to life in the 3 of the cells. They're a ragged lot, clothes in tatters, hair dishevelled and grubby. They all reach forward through the bars and plead with you to release them. Each one has been captured by the Earl of Druma's servants and imprisoned to await some horrendous fate. Nearest to you is a pretty young girl. Her face and fair hair are dirty and she is in tears. She desperately wants to be released. In the second cell is a tall man with strong features. He has accepted that he is about to die and bravely asks you to kill him now to deprive the evil Earl of his pleasure. In the third cell is a balding man in a grey gown who says nothing. Do you wish to help these prisoners? You may talk to one of them if you wish. Would you like to talk to the young girl, the dark man, or the balding man? If you would rather not talk to any of them, you may leave the room and walk away.
Okay, this is tough because there was something about a dark man in a gray cloak. But we also know that the young nurse was captured, so that could be her.
And then there's the balding man who says nothing. But the dark man, he wants to be knifed.
Oh, the dark man wants to be... I thought that was the other one. Okay.
Oh, so the balding man is the one who says nothing. The dark man is the one who wishes to be killed. And the young woman wishes to be released, I guess.
Okay, let's talk to the young woman.
We've got a mud crab here as well. May contain traces of seafood. That's our mud crab. Welcome. He's saying, stab him and steal all his stuff. Yes. Crimson saying, fuck trapdoors. Samuel saying, walk this way. Steve saying, remember to give Sloth a baby Ruth. Hunchback, that is as bad as a ginger, only with a hunch. That's Abe in real life, by the way. A ginger person with a hunchback.
That checks out.
Yeah, so anyway, your choice. You want to talk to the young girl, the dark man, or the balding man? Or do you want to fuck off and leave all 3 of them?
Well, let's talk to the girl.
Okay, 322. The girl is hysterical. It seems that she's a district nurse who's just been assigned to the area. She knocked on the door, was invited in, and then captured. She pleads with you to help her, and her voice rises to a scream. But what can you do? The keys to the cells are nowhere to be seen. You begin to get worried that her hysterics may attract the attentions of the occupants of the house, and you try to calm her down. Do you want to talk to one of the others as well, or will you leave the room quickly?
Let's talk to one of the others. I think I got time.
You step over to the next cell. The sound of footsteps outside the door makes you turn quickly. 4 men dressed in white gowns wearing goats' heads appear at the door. I told you, says one. I knew I could hear something. It looks like someone wants to free our prisoners. Come on, brothers. They rush towards you, and you must resolve your battle with their leader, who attacks you first. He has a skill of 8 and a stamina of 9.
Okay.
So, do you wanna battle this bastard?
Let's go for it.
Don't forget, you still have a backtrack.
Ooh, you know what?
So what
I gotta save my battle.
Saying is, pardon?
I think I'm gonna save my battle. I'm gonna have another battle before too long anyway. So let's go ahead and let's do the backtrack and get the hell out of here before anybody notices.
Get the fuck out of here! 209, I believe it was. Oh, come on, you bastard. This takes too long. Got to think of a better way of doing this. Okay, so you talked to the young girl, didn't you? That brought us to 322. So you want to leave the room quickly, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm marking your backtrack off on your sheet now. You could buy that back again as well. You've still got money. So if you want to do that now, I'll continue to track where you're going after this point.
Yep. Let's do that.
Okie dokie. Will you leave the room quickly? Okay, so 91. Further up the passage is another door in the right-hand wall. If you wish to try that one, turn to 112. If you want to pass it and continue along the corridor, turn to 393. Now, I believe the door on your on the right-hand wall, it was the one where you heard something inside and it didn't sound very friendly. But you can still go in there if you want, or you can pass it and continue along the corridor.
Yeah, let's pass it and continue along the corridor.
Okie dokie, here we go then. 393. The passageway widens into a small chamber. Although it's dark, you can see a staircase going up a few meters ahead of you. To your right, the chamber opens out into a wide area. You step forwards and almost immediately a twittering noise puts you on your guard. Suddenly, you feel something land on your head and dug sharp claws into your scalp. You gasp and swat it away. Your hand touches a small leathery body and a pair of wings start to flap as it rises from your head. Bats! A number of them are flapping around your head, darting and scratching with their claws. You must add 1 fear point for the shock. So I'm just going to add that now. You've now got 2 current fear. By the way, you'd have been dead now.
A long time ago,
I think. Yeah. if you hadn't have, been able to do any of that stuff, you'd have been dead. So, what do you wish to do? Run up the stairs, hide under the stairs, or to fight the bats?
Let's try hiding under the stairs, I think.
You shelter under the stairs and fend off the bats with your hands. They soon discover that they cannot get at you whilst you're tucked away, and they flap back off to the corner from which they came. When all is quiet again, you decide your next move. Will you head up the stairs and open the door at the top, or will you remain to explore the bats? Sorry, the bats' chamber.
Let's explore the bats' chamber. I still got to find that password. I have a feeling I already messed the password because I picked the wrong prisoner to interrogate.
Well, without giving anything away, I'm glad you remembered that this was where you probably needed to be, and that you remembered that there was a trick, but also you've remembered that there's a password. You may not have got it from those prisoners, from any single one of them. You know that by talking to the wench, that she screams at the top of her voice. You know that by then talking to the dude in grey, that attracts the leader of the gang to come in, and you got to battle him. So maybe if you play it again at some other point, maybe talking to the bald man might be the way forward. However, so what will you do now? Will you head up the stairs and open the door at the top, or will you remain to explore the bat's chamber?
Let's explore the bats chamber.
Where do you wish to look? In a corner from which the bats came, along the back wall, or under the stairs?
Let's go for along the back wall.
You feel along the wall for any sign of a secret entrance, but finding nothing. You find nothing. Just as you are beginning to think that you're wasting your time, your left hand dislodges a brick. Behind the brick is a lever. You pull the lever and a rumbling noise comes from the wall nearby. A section of the wall slides to one side, revealing a small entrance just large enough for you to climb through. You look inside, but it's pitch black. Sorry. You look inside, but it's pitch black. Do you want to step through this doorway, or would you rather not risk it and climb the stairs instead?
Oh no, let's go through. Let's go through.
Okie dokie, 387. You find yourself in a dark tunnel. It's quite short and ends at a door. You open the door slowly, and when you're sure that there is no one inside, you step into the room. It seems to be some sort of ceremonial ante-room or dressing room. Hanging from hooks around the walls are 30 to 40 white gowns, and resting on shelves underneath the gowns are macabre masks made from goats' heads. A single passageway leads off to the left. While you're wondering where to go next, a sound sends a chill down your spine. Someone is coming. A hubbub of voices grows louder as a group of people come towards the room. You look quickly round for somewhere to hide and decide to nip behind the door. Suddenly, the door opens and about 40 people come into the room, all chattering excitedly. You mingle with them and merge unnoticed into the crowd. They are ribbing a man called Brother Isaacson. It seems that tonight is a very significant night for him. You copy what they are doing, laughing and smiling, and even getting dressed up in a gown and a mask. Eventually, when they're dressed, they all move off along the other passageway. Will you go along with them, turn to 122, or will you hang around at the back, hoping to stay behind unnoticed in the room?
Okay, and I got to backtrack, so let's follow them.
No, you don't. You haven't asked
I don't.
buy the backtrack. No.
Oh, shit.
I haven't been tracking your progress, so I don't even know where the last paragraph was. You didn't ask to buy it back.
Well, I'll do that now for sure. Let's see.
Very well. You have 9 left, and you have your backtrack back.
Excellent. Excellent. We go along with them. I think going along with them might lead me to the password, so I'm going to go with them.
Okay. Go along with them, turning to 122. The passageway leads into a large chamber with rocky walls. Mystical symbols are painted on the walls, and 4 goats' heads mounted on spikes mark out the central area. In the center of this area is an altar draped with a black cloth, and a hooded figure stands by the altar. This figure wears a gown like the others, but his goat's head is dyed purple. You presume he must be their leader. You follow the congregation who surrounded the altar and stand at the back. A few minutes later, another sound comes from the passage. This time, you hear the screams of a young woman. 2 of the masked characters emerge from the passageway, pulling a pretty fair-haired girl, who is fighting furiously to break free and screaming at the top of her voice. She is dragged to the altar and tied down onto it. The congregation, led by their leader, chant for a short time. Then, the leader motions for Brother Isaacson to step forward. The 2 exchange masks, and Brother Isaacson steps up to the altar. Drawing a sharp dagger from his gown, he raises it above the woman. Excited mutterings run through the crowd. But what will you do? Will you watch what will happen? Will you try to find a way out? Or will you try to rescue the young woman?
Oh, son of a bitch. Yeah, if I try to rescue the young woman, I'm going to die. That's just how it is.
Crimson. Oh no, not this one. Well, you've got three choices. You can either watch what happens, try to find a way out, or rescue the young woman.
Yeah, we're just going to have to watch what happens because I'm outnumbered. I'm outgunned here.
Well, you also have your backtrack as well, so if you don't like what happens, you can always backtrack. So you want to watch what happens, 3:14, yeah?
Yeah, I think so.
The pitch increases as the onlookers join hands and circle the altar. The priest raises his knife into the air and lets out a frenzied scream as he brings it down. You force yourself to look away, and suddenly you notice another passageway leading off from the room. You look back at the gathering, and they are all busy with the sacrifice, smearing the unfortunate victim's blood all over themselves. You seize your opportunity and run for the passage. Test your luck. So 2d6 please, and you've got to get, wait for it, you've got to get 8 or below on 2d6. Or, failing that, you can go back to the previous paragraph and choose one of the different options.
Okay, that's what I'm going to try. First,
so
let's try the roll in the luck.
Oh. So, sorry, which one was it you wanted to do? Did you want to test your luck or go back?
You know what? Let's go back. I'm going to fight these fuckers.
Well, let's just slow it down. Let's be clear here. So you just rolled an 8, right? So you were lucky, right? However,
yeah, it was.
I will still allow you to go back and do your backtrack if you want to choose one of the other options. It's up to you.
You know what? I already rolled the luck. There's a passage right there. I'm going to go for it.
Okay. 1, 2, 9. You tiptoe quietly along the wall towards the other passageway, keeping your eyes... Oh, hang on, sorry. Let's get your adventure sheet down. Keeping your eyes on the ceremony to make sure that you are not noticed, you edge along until you reach the passage and nip smartly along it. You've escaped. At the end of the passage is a door which is unlocked. You open it. The door opens into a small room which is pitch black. There seems to be no exit from the room, but you feel all around the walls. Eventually, your hand touches a small button in one corner and you press this. A panel in front of you slides aside and it lets you out into a passageway. There are 2 doors opposite each other, one on the left and one on the right. There is no other way through. Will you try the door on the left or the door on the right?
Let's go with the door on the left.
The door is not locked, but the shufflings and yelpings that you can hear inside suggest that you ought to proceed with caution. Will you decide against entering and examine the passageway you are in, or will you fling open the door wide and stride boldly in?
Let's decide against entering and examine the passageway you're in and go to 60.
Okie dokie. There seems to be no other way out of the passage. Even the panel through which you have entered is now closed up. A bell push is set in the wall, and hoping that this will reveal some way out, you push it.
Shit.
Right, don't forget, you've still got your backtrack.
Yeah, you know what? Let's do the backtrack. A bell? I don't want to push a bell. This bell sounds bad. I'm going to go back so that I can get through.
Or at least choose a different option. Do you know what I didn't do? I didn't actually log your last so passageway. What you did was you watched what happened, and then you tested your luck, got to there, you've escaped, you open it. Yeah, okay, so this is where you were, 232. So you wanted, no, hang on, you went to 342, and then you examined the passageway you were in. You went to 60, so this time we'll go to 14. Yeah,
14.
The smell from within the room catches you off balance and stops you dead in your tracks. The room itself is unexciting, with bare rocky walls and floor, but strewn around the floor are the headless bodies of 5 goats. Standing over the goats, feeding ravenously on them, are 3 huge Great Danes. As you enter the room, they turn towards you, angry at having their meal interrupted. Their mouths curl back and they snarl. Then the nearest dog leaps towards you and you must fight it. The Great Dane has a skill of 7 and a stamina of 5. However, I'm afraid time has to stand still. What that means is we'll have to bring you back to continue your adventure.
Excellent. I can't freaking wait, man. This was a blast, dude. Thanks for having me on. So yeah, just let me know when that works out. I want to get back to this.
Well, yeah, unfortunately, your time is up. And yeah, we're going to have to pause your adventure for now. But don't worry, we will be bringing you back on again another time. But I like, there was some things going on in the book just then, and I thought he's either gonna die or he's gonna get the escape route, and so I had to wait until you weren't gonna immediately die, until you made the decision that wasn't going to make you immediately die before I had to ring the bell. But yeah, in the last 20 minutes, I've been like, I'm in an R-in on whether or not to ring the bell. Because the thing is, I ring the bell, I bring you back for the next time, and you do 2 paragraphs, and then you die. That sort of thing. Do you get what I mean? So that would be completely pointless. But I'm glad you've enjoyed yourself, mate. I assume you have enjoyed yourself.
Oh, dude, absolutely. Yeah, I can't get me on the books as soon as possible to come back and finish this. This is a lot of fun.
I'm glad you've done so. And of course, Crimson Shadow coming in clutch with that, you know, those massive donations. That's $70 dibdobs he's donated to your stream or this adventure so far. And so, yeah, this is like Midsummer Murders. A little bit. It's a little bit more exciting than Midsummer Murders. Midsummer Murders is like a murder mystery TV show from over here in the UK. Don't know whether you get it over in the States, but it's like this town called Midsummer, and like you wouldn't want to live there because it's like one of these tiny towns or one of these villages in England, in rural England, and all the fucking murder happens there. Like literally every episode, there's a murder. Obviously. I'll
have to check that out. Yes. I'm sure I can find it on YouTube.
Yeah, it's just British TV drama. It's not incredible. It's not. It's not
hey,
great.
My wife loves that stuff. So
fair enough.
Yeah, it'll be something for us to watch.
There she is. Great show. So much fun. I love this so much. I want to get you back on as well, Selena. You got to figure out a time when we can actually get you back on. Crimson saying absolutely mental. Steve saying what a cliffhanger, about to get eaten by angry dogs. Indeed. I love a good cliffhanger. Says Scream Queen Selena. Oh, so she's heard of it. She's heard of Midsummer Murders. There you go.
That checks out. Yeah.
They're all cultists, indeed. It's like Cabot Cove for us Americans. Oh, Murder She... Yeah, of course, Murder She Wrote. Murder She Wrote. Murder She ain't written a fucking thing in her life. She gets that fucking typewriter out and she don't write a fucking thing. She sticks her fucking nose in absolutely everything she gets into. Anyway. Yes. So... Thank you very much, Iron, for coming on the show. We'll be saying goodbye to you shortly and kicking you into the back studio. But before you go, we always like to ask our adventurers to please shill their wares. So if you could tell the people in the audience where you're going to be and what you're going to be doing and what's your shtick and where should they go.
Absolutely, man. Okay, you can follow me at Iron0xcid3 on all the socials, YouTube, Rumble, Twitter. Jack graciously put those in the description below. So if you're not already subscribed to my channel, especially YouTube, because we're getting that close to the 1,000 subscribers, trying to hit that before the end of the year. We really appreciate that. You can check out Ironcast on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 7:35 p.m. PST, and the weekly Rogues Gallery every Saturday at 4:30 p.m. PST. I had been taking a little time off, but we're getting back into the regular streaming schedule this weekend. So we will be back for Rogues. Special guest Lawrence Knight just after the MegaCon meetup. I hung out with him for a long time. Great dude. We had a lot of fun. So going to have him on the show, and we're just going to talk about some random stuff, talk about the state of Las Vegas. He's real interested in that topic. So we're going to do a little deep dive into that, but hope everybody comes checks it out.
Well, Iron, as Iron said, all of his links are in the description down below. Go and check him out. Go and subscribe. Go and follow on Rumble. Do all the things, all the stuff. Go watch his shows. Give thumbs up. All those things. Unfortunately, Iron, for now, your journey is over, but we look forward to having you back on the next show. So until the next time, take care, adventurer, and we'll see you soon.
Absolutely, man. Thanks for having me on.
Take care. And I am, of course, Jack Tarlad. You can find me on Twitter at Jack Tarlad. In my bio, there is all of my socials in my link tree. Go over to Rumble, subscribe to my Read and Roll channel specifically. If you're not already over there, come over to the YouTube, subscribe, follow, do all the things and the stuff. Tomorrow morning, we've got a Minecraft stream coming up. We're going back to Castle Jack. That'll be sometime early in the morning, maybe 10 o'clock British time, 11 o'clock, somewhere around there. What else we got going on? I have actually got a Rumble Premium stream to do, so look out for that. Other than that, on Monday night, 10 o'clock British time, it's the last week for the month of March of Chat Battle, so you've got to watch that one and get into the chat early, get your name on the wheel, get yourself picked and onto that arena as soon as you possibly can, because this is going to be the deciding week. If you can get to the top of that leaderboard, make it your absolute life's mission to get in there and get on that leaderboard. Tuesday at 10:30 British time, it's the Jack and Abe show. On Wednesday night at 8 o'clock British time, it's the Hump Day Chinwag over on Tomby's channel and all of the other crew's channels as well. And then Thursday, it's back here for another show of Read and Roll, 10 o'clock. And next week, we've got Jesse, the Common Nerd, coming to be a first-time adventurer. Thank you to all of you in the chat for sticking around for so long and being so engaging and answering the calls, and especially to Crimson Shadow for the $70 dibdobs that you've donated to the show. I'm going to be rolling over those remaining the rubies in the adventurers part. I'm going to be rolling those over to Iron's next stream. So in Jesse's stream next week, we'll be back down to 0 again. But yes, thank you so much to wonderful donators and you, the wonderful chat, for being here. Until the next time we see you, have a great week, and we'll see you next time. Take care.